and you find yourselves in a mildewed, decrepit palace in a swamp. You're up to your ankles in swamp water, and you're surrounded by these bullywug courtiers, these toad-like bipeds dressed in ragged finery with ruffles and food stains and flounces, velvet-ish, very faded. A trio of musicians plays a rollicking tune, and the courtiers crowd in to the palace area, filling it with their guttural croaks. The ramshackle hall is built around a big tree, and two of the tree's limbs reach out through the walls. The interior is roomy with an open floor plan that allows occupants of the upper story to look out onto the lower one. Two of these toad-like men, presumably, wearing shiny, polished plate armor, approach you, and one lifts his visor and croaks, "Who goes there? No one's allowed here without permission of the king." What do you do?
Oh yes, we have permission from the king. My old friend, the king. And I look at you. I'm like, hello, madame. I have not seen you before. Are you with us?
Sure.
We only ever arrive on someone's invitation.
Yeah, usually we're like summoned or we're needed or somebody wants us to do something. So
Yes, and I was summoned by the king, my old friend, and these, my minions, have accompanied me. And I'll give you guys a wink so you know I don't actually think you're my minions.
The two guards look at each other.
Oh, you knew.
They- We'll see about that. Come with us.
Lead the way.
And they take you to this grand marble gazebo, which sits atop a mound of soggy earth. The support pillars have sort of sunk into the muck unevenly so that the domed canopy sits askew. There's a curtain behind this flabby bullywug wearing a crown of woven lily flowers. He sits on an ornate throne with his legs folded underneath him. He's surrounded by more bullywugs dressed in shabby clothing who lounge on pillows. And the king has a large leather-bound book open across his lap. And he's mouthing the words he reads on the page. And without looking up, he says, "Have you no herald to announce your presence before King Golub the 19th?
And I say, of course, I am the herald and the noble at the same time.
And one of the bullywugs standing near you elbows you and says, "Bow before the king."
I incline my head slightly.
More. And he shows you, he demonstrates this wide, grand, sweeping bow.
And I do it even more than he did. Biggest, hugest bow.
Mark my words. I'm going to be wearing that crown.
Now, what does the king see?
Standing in front of him, he sees a small, dark-skinned gnome wearing a green cloak who seems very full of himself. And he's accompanied by a black owl with pink and violet feathers who swooping around currently. What else does he see?
Bagheera is a martial, a tiefling of martial demeanor, in travel-stained but fine quality gentleman's clothes, with a few simple weapons, a cane, an axe. He has a straight-backed demeanor and waits and watches patiently.
And Radical is like a bright red tiefling with double horns, black eyes, purple and black hair, but dressed like she's at Coachella, where she's very hippie, like dressed, and she has a big flail, but it's all woven with flowers and vines. And she's just super friendly.
And they see a giant, like at least maybe a 6'5" tall gif with 2 scimitars in their hand and a gun in their holster, and bright green eyes.
Ah, yes, a GIF. I knew I recognized you. I've not seen you outside the swamps of Zamda, Kanya.
GIF as in like
Hippo humanoid.
Yeah, they have like a hippo head, and they have hippo aspects, but then also have like a human body.
cool.
Anthropomorphic hippo.
Yes, a race from Spelljammer with natural proficiency in firearms and advantage on strength checks, along with a connection to some kind of astral spark.
Has this happened to you before? We've been zapping in and out of all kinds.
So the king sees those people, and I sort of
well
flourish
done.
my arm, and I'm like, yes, we have Lucille, the GIF, and Bagheera, and myself, Pliny, and yes, Radical Hope. We are here to see you, my old friend, who I know so well.
The king looks at his guards who are standing at attention. I guess they'll do very well. It has come to my attention that this ungrateful wretch has taken it upon himself to challenge my most noble, stable, brilliant, and did I say noble and valorous reign, and risk throwing this whole soggy court into upheaval and calamity. I seek a brave group of individuals to track this heathen down and bring him or his head to me. Naturally, there will be a reward, and further, if you find the companion to this tome, he holds up the book, and return it to me unread, I will compensate you generously. What say you?
Can I see from where I am what kind of tome this is, if it's magical, what I can tell about it?
It is magical. You have your lantern, right?
Yeah, I got my detect magic lantern. I can,
What are there recognizable attributes that will help us identify its companion?
It's big. It's a big leather-bound book. There's no markings on it, but you'd be able to recognize its companion. It's
So there is a. Do I gather that there is a usurper you wish us to track down? Is that the crime that is being?
yes.
What? How? How and where shall we recognize?
Sounds
and
like
find
somebody
it?
you know, like somebody you maybe we're close to.
As the king is talking, one of
I did not
the
know you were psychic.
Well, she said ungrateful.
You should charge money for these.
I know how that is.
one of the bullywugs passes Radical a cup, and inside the cup there's a piece of parchment.
I read that.
Seek, yeah.
Okay.
Seek the Baron of Munster, Illig. The resistance lives.
I am rolling my portent, so you know when I do it. One of them's a 4, the other one's a 3. So I will be giving people bad rolls today.
I'm gonna pass it to my friend.
So I'll say, of course, Your Highness, Royal Monarch, we are happy to kill this usurper and bring his guts before you to throw them at your
Bones are
feet.
easier to travel with.
Yes, bones, guts, all of the things.
Excellent. He can be found in one of the bullywug huts to the south of the palace, I'm sure. Everyone makes their home there.
Yes, my old friend, very good. Have you had many usurpers recently, or just this one?
There are many usurpers. Many seek to challenge the reign of the valiant kings of this ugly court.
Not we.
Just how long have you been reigning? How long over time? Just curious.
I have been in power for 1 month.
Awesome. Congrats.
Yes.
You're
That is a large chunk of a bullywog life, yes?
Yes.
Ah.
Already I have beat my predecessor who reigned for 2 weeks
wow.
before I valiantly, vigorously, and brilliantly overcame him.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Very good. What say you, Lucille? Shall we kill and trounce and stomp the usurper to this throne?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I will lean over and whisper to you, it seems like when we go to a place like this, we do a thing and then we can go away again. So if we do this thing, maybe, we will not be stuck in the swamp. That is how this thing works. Yes.
Do you accept this royal commission?
Yeah.
Then first, we must garb you in attire fitting for an emissary of the Sadu court.
Oh, delightful.
Outfits? We get outfits?
You get outfits.
Oh, I really do enjoy my robes. They remind me of my former future job. What will you make for us?
As long as it goes with this sash.
And one of the courtiers produces with a flourish more ragged, wholly ruffled garments. Think Edwardian England.
The rufflier, the better.
If there's a hat, I'll take a hat.
Presents a hat,
I'll take
a
like
feather, broken.
a big, fluffy Napoleon pirate hat with a feather on it. Put it on and say, I am grateful to be an emissary of your court. Do you have something that will fit this lady?
And the courtiers thinks. Pulls 2 garments, rips them apart, and sews them quickly together. So it's mismatched. Half is blue, half is green, with coarse black thread stitching the 2 together so it'll fit
A harlequin.
someone of your size.
Bagheera arranges his ruffles in excessive splendor, and is prepared. I'm prepared to march forth on these huts. At the moment, we're all ready.
What are you wearing?
Oh, she's like tearing parts of it and making it all like strappy, like turned her shirt into a midriff and has like little tassels coming down the side. Just like, it's all like steampunk. Just like,
Wow. Well, I'm glad I have this very large hat to keep me safe. Yes, so in what direction shall we walk to get to your rival's hut?
If you take that bridge, it will take you to the area of the house where the peasants and lesser nobles live.
Ah, yes. We will put these lesser nobles in their place.
Indeed, we shall.
For you, my king, and old friend who I've known a long time, since the fetus.
You see him whisper something to the curtain, and he gestures to the south where you can see a bridge.
Shall we?
sure.
Onwards, valorously, gloriously, nobly, and with the genius of true monarchy at our fingertips.
Something like this, I suppose, yes.
As you cross a flat wooden plank bridge, which spans an area of the lake, which the various small islands are built around. This bridge is lined on one side by rows of bullywug heads on wooden spikes.
Whoa.
Oh my.
As you approach, the severed heads erupt in a cacophony of voices. and a few more distant. What? I couldn't hear you. And the one closest to you says, "Have you come from an audience with King Gullup the 19th? What a weak ruler. Nothing like my reign. I was king for over 3 months."
Wow.
And
Oh my
another
gosh.
says, "Yeah, until I beheaded and opposed you." And another gossips, "I've heard rumors of another coup in the works. I can't wait."
Whoa.
Is this? Bagheera will try to pick one with it that seems to have an animated spark in its eyes, and see if he can converse with it to determine whether they're actually aware or they're just repeating things in their death throes. So he'll ask, has this always been the way of the Bullywugs? What is your longest reigning monarch?
I think the longest reigning, well, it was long before my time, but at least I think the longest reigning was 6 months.
Wow.
But again, that was, still pales in comparison to my 3 months, because my 3 months were obviously superior and more ornate.
I'm going to hold up my detect magic lantern to these heads and try to see if there's magic that's animating them.
No.
Would I know from my study of bullywugs that their heads live on after death?
No, this is definitely unusual for bullywugs, but it's the Feywild.
I will look
Oh.
around.
What's the lifespan of a bullywug on average?
Well,
Well,
if they become king, very brief.
Evidently. I'm just wondering.
Yeah, unfortunately, our kings do seem to not live very long. But on average, I think we live about 60, 70 years.
Wow. Okay, yeah. So a lot of turnover. A lot of turnover.
Uh,
Good.
We will end this turnover the way I do in a bakery.
Don't you think it's a little sus he doesn't want anybody to read the book? Like, what's in the book? What's with the book?
The book.
Do you guys all have the big tome, the big books for
I-
ruling?
Frankly, we don't really tend to read very much. I've not heard of that book.
Interesting.
I'm going to run back into the throne room and try to take another look at the book.
are there any amongst you who have reservations about your political system?
No, if we were not to die, how would we have such a magnificent funeral?
Right, this seems like a brilliant way to funnel the worst bullywugs into a sort of.
Yeah. Be like,
Perhaps it's working as intended.
have you ever considered being king? You say to someone.
So I run back into the throne room to try to take another look at the book.
The king is turned around. He's scribbling furiously in the book he has and whispering. You can see a bulge behind the curtain.
And can I see from where I am what's going on with this bulge? What this might be?
No, it's just a bulge that you can see. You can't hear it respond.
So I'll say, my king, my great king and old friend, please tell me, what is this book? How does this book connect to your ascendancy?
It's a very secret, special royal book that commoners like you would not understand.
And I thought you were so open-hearted being friends with a commoner. So from all my study in the mage college where I work, would I understand anything about the properties of this book upon looking at it moderately closely?
Wait, is he just at the king? Are we still with the heads?
We're still with the
You
heads.
guys are with
Yeah.
the heads.
If you don't mind me asking, how does the election go for, or how do you become king?
Oh, you just cut the head off the previous king.
Oh,
But then the previous king has this great funeral, and you can tell how powerful, how great his reign was by how lavish his funeral was and how many attendees there were. So it's very important that this beheading take place.
Interesting system.
okay.
Curious. Lavish funeral.
And how was your funeral? Asked the 6-month reign.
Well, unfortunately, many of my fellow courtiers had been beheaded prior to my funeral.
So like attendance was low.
It was only low because of my magnificent, empowered way to overcome threats to my reign. To my power. So I'm sure everyone still respects me.
Is it the following monarch that is in charge of logistically of throwing the festivities, the funeral for the previous monarch? You throw the funeral party for the guy you beheaded? Is that how it works?
No, I throw the funeral party for the guy who beheaded me. You see, we're animated.
Oh, you plan your own party?
Oh, yes.
Interesting.
With whatever resources happen to be available in the treasury?
Well, that exactly. See, you understand now how...
Flummoxed if I can understand
This is
who profits off of this.
interesting system.
I suppose all the it works for those who
Can anybody become king?
Oh, no, it takes... I mean, look at me. It takes a very special, brilliant, handsome individual.
But if another individual beheaded the king, they just become king.
Yes. Yes. You understand now.
I
Yes.
think we've caught on
What
to.
what did you do in those 6 months?
Well, obviously, I had a brilliant reign, and this kingdom was illustrious, and everyone was dressed brilliantly. We had many balls, and our musicians grew in renown, and our tailors, well,
What do you think about this current king?
oh, he's very weak.
Has the fashions kind of gone downhill and
Oh, the fashion is just atrocious.
the music?
The music is like,
Hardly worthy of the name.
the music is terrible.
Oh,
Cacophonous.
you know anything about this? Was it Baron of
Munston?
Munston? Ever hear of
Oh.
this guy?
Oh, Duke Gillig, is that?
Maybe Duke Gillig?
Yes, I've heard that name around.
How's he? You know anything like good dude, good taste?
People have been gossiping, as people do. This is a court, after all. But I've heard gossip that he might be next in line to be king. And I hear he's somewhat dangerous. He has these odd ideas about governing,
Oh,
order, and stability, and peace.
peace?
Very dangerous. He definitely does not know how to dress.
Ah.
So, back in the throne room, I'm a few feet away from this book. I'm looking at it. I've studied at this mage college for years, and I've got a detect magic lantern that I'm holding up. Can I figure out anything else about his book, magic-wise, what it is?
sense a faint whiff, very faint whiff of enchantment magic from it. But then he turns his back and shields the book from him. So you can't see what he's writing.
Alright, I'll run back outside. And I'll say, what did I miss? I'm sure you were collecting a lot of information in his head.
Wait, yeah.
Stories about their worthiness in kinghood.
Oh,
Yeah, so pretty
this
much
is important.
pretty much you become king by cutting off the head of the previous king. And then the head somehow throws its own funeral party. And that's really the big draw, is like having a good party.
It's very self-assured and decadent. This Duke Gillig may be a sort of an aberrant challenger ideologically.
Yeah, it seems like he might have a new system of government in mind that's a little more stable and peaceful and doesn't include cutting heads off. Maybe.
The challenger loves peace, you say?
Yep.
Clearly, this is not the way of these people.
I'm not convinced that the current system is failing.
Yes, who am I to disrupt the social order that has reigned for so long?
But no doubt we will find out more as we proceed into the house.
But none of them seem to know anything about the book, so that seems to be a new evolution.
Yes, I look forward to taking this book from the king.
Yeah.
After we kill him in the name of peace. Just kidding. Or am I? Shall we continue?
Yes, so we should look for these huts. Those little bullywog huts.
I will give one of the heads a high five.
Spiritual high five.
That just means slapping it in the face.
Yeah, just slap its forehead.
Yeah, I sort of wait for a minute, I wait for a couple seconds, and then I'm like, thank you, heads. I will walk towards the area of the hut space, if you will.
Yeah, there's a bathroom inside the house.
No masks are required.
Okay, cool. So you go in that back door and then just you're kind of going.
But in the office, make a right, go in the big living room,
Make a left,
look on your left,
all the way down.
all the way down the end of the hall. Not too many rooms in that house, so.
Catch me up on that.
Okay.
Let's follow up on describing the huts till we get to that.
What a strange situation.
Yeah, we never get a chance to just, relax. And this seems to be unhurried as far as resolutions go.
Yeah.
Well, if anybody felt like being a bullywug king, evidently you just have to cut the guy's head off and you're the king.
I told
Ta-da.
you I was going to wear that flower crown.
Yeah.
Yes, I wonder if we should just cut the heads off both of the bollywogs and be kings ourselves for a moment before we are transported elsewhere.
It does paint a sort of target upon us. But apparently we'd get anywhere between 3 to 6 weeks of lavish partying. It's damp, but enthusiastic.
We can certainly update the fashions and music. Evidently, that's what they're really into.
Clearly, these bullywogs are immortal.
It's bad the man with the shawl isn't here. He could really add a certain amount of spice. Yes, there is that. That's a certain notable. Is there any sign of decay on any of them?
Other than the fact that everything sort of looks like it's decaying. They actually seem the least decayed of anything around them.
Curious. That's curious.
I will send Petunia upwards to get a bird's eye view of the surroundings.
Quick question.
Yes.
Is everybody on the bridge? Poll of all you guys. Is everybody a king on, or is there different? Are some of the courtiers and stuff on the bridge too, or is it just King Bridge?
There were a few of us who tried and failed to decapitate the king and were decapitated themselves. So there are some courtiers among us. But we are very democratic, and you can see we're very accepting of other heads which show up on spikes.
You shut that wooden door.
Yeah.
Cool.
Spatially
So,
speaking.
what does she see from a bird's eye view of this surrounding area, the swamp and the stuff.
She sees to your left an island with one ramshackle hut and what looks like a small arena, all roughly hewn from various trees. And to your right, she sees a cluster of small wooden huts with thatched roofs. Otherwise, there's nothing but lake, very murky, swamp-like lake.
All right. Shall we visit Duke Muddington
Gillig, I think. Duke
of Mudster?
Something akin to that.
Baron of Mun. Something.
Yes, let us visit him.
See. Let's go.
The peaceful frogman.
All right. Well, you arrive at the first hut. It's got a steep thatched roof, and there's a small wooden chest, which rests right in the middle of the floor, and scattered around it are 6 fraying silk cushions.
I will sit on one.
Hello.
You hear a squeak.
On the cushion?
Yes.
Oh no.
I will stand up and look at it.
You see nothing. It's just a cushion.
I will fondle it to see if it is alive.
The cushion is not alive. You do feel something unyielding underneath the cushion.
I will lift the cushion.
And beneath the cushion, you see a large, bound book.
I check the other cushions.
I will take the book. As I touch it, I'm overwhelmed with
It snaps at you.
necrotic energy and I die. I will take it even with its snapping nature. Stick my hand into the maw of the book,
It bites your fingers.
Ow.
and I will take it and put it in my backpack. As it bites me, I will say, "Ow, ow, ow, ow," and put it in my bag.
Such are the sacrifices one makes for scholarship.
Yes.
Yeah, you take 2 points of damage.
So as I'm doing that, holding my detect magic lantern and using my years of study in the mage college, what can I tell about this thing?
Well, it's sort of nasty book. There's some wards placed on it. Oddly enough, one of them should allow its rightful owner to be able to detect its presence. You've seen books like this before, and they were actually quite common among the various absent-minded students. Their parents provided these so they wouldn't keep misplacing their textbooks.
The layout of this hut, chest in the middle, some cushions. Are there other accoutrements that suggest it's lived in? Is its function not a home? Like, does it have beds or cooking utensils?
No beds, no cooking utensils. It seems just a gathering place.
Bagheera checks underneath the other cushions.
You find some scraps of moldy food, odd remnants of debris. Actually, there's some shreds of fabric left behind, which is somewhat gross and disturbing. But nothing of value, just evidence of perhaps some overzealous partiers.
Can I try to open the chest in the middle?
And
Before you get there, I'll go, wait! My beautiful gift friend. Hold on. Before you touch the chest. I will check it for traps. Wait, let me check this chest for traps. Before you touch it, and then I will start to check it for traps.
All right, give me a investigation.
12.
No, the chest looks like a perfectly normal wooden chest, a little battered, worse for wear.
I do not know for sure, my friend, but I think it is not trapped. Hopefully your thick GIF skin will protect you from any spikes that emerge. Or gases that fill the air.
Does the chest have a lock on it?
It does.
I'll use my mage hand to try to pull the chest open.
It's locked.
Is it like a padlock on the outside? Can we see that there's some sort of...
It's like one of those locks. It's not a padlock.
It's got a key
um,
thing?
Yeah, one of those.
Can I try to shoot it open with my pistol?
You can. Roll the hit.
You're gonna roll the
Oh, wait,
big one,
really?
the 20. So-
This one?
Yeah.
She's got some kind of
1.
lock
7.
opening
Oh, wait, 7.
wand.
With you get the +6, so it'll be 7. Probably.
Bounces off. There's now a dent in the side of the lock.
Good grief.
Oof. I guess none of us are really good at pickpocketing. Nobody's got some baby tools.
I'll take my magic dagger and stick it in the lock and try to snap the lock off with it.
Okay. Let's see.
By the way, the book that I took, does it look like the companion to the other book?
Oh, yes, it does.
I have the companion to the other book. It tried to eat my hand, but you know, books these days. So I'll try to break the lock off with a dagger.
Okay. Roll the hit.
That is 18. No, 19 with the +1 magic dagger, yes. 19 to hit.
Okay. You don't break the lock, but the wood around the lock caves in, and the chest is now unlocked.
Pull the lock out of the hole. This wood in the swamp is so rotting. Yes. Clean my dagger. Would you like the honor of opening the chest?
Yep.
Please.
I open the chest.
And there's this desiccated animal,
Oh,
some kind of creature, carcass inside.
oh, gross.
I will look at it.
It is a desiccated, some kind of animal carcass.
Can I figure out what kind of animal it is?
Rough nature?
Rough nature. No, I cannot. 12.
It is a desiccated, some
Carcass
kind
of
of
an animal.
animal carcass.
Oh my god, that is a desiccated some kind of animal
It
carcass.
is interesting
So
It's
gross.
treasure.
that this carcass is so dry in a place as wet as this.
It's kind of weird.
Perhaps there is a water vampire here who sucks water
Keep it
from
in a
things.
chest in the middle of a room.
I think it tracks with what we've seen.
Yeah, I mean, this whole day's just been kind of gross.
Shall we go to the next hut, or is there more we
I
wish?
will hold up my lantern to see if it is magical. And I will also use my eyeballs that are so studied with magic finding.
Yeah, I'd say you can tell that the carcass itself is of a creature that, upon death, has some magical properties.
This is a magical dead creature!
Well,
You gonna put it in your backpack?
Well, If you do not want it, by the way, I love your crown with all of the
Oh, thank you. My little double
eyeballs
eye.
on it. Yes,
I like it too.
very powerful.
Yeah,
You
someday
could
I'll shoot something at somebody. out
turn
of
me
it.
to stone with that crown.
I could. Better not cross me.
I will start to lift the desiccated corpse from the coffin chest.
It does not bite you.
I will move it closer towards
It
me.
continues not to bite you. It continues to be very dead.
I will attempt once more to divine the type of magic that is on this animal.
We're, we're antique collectors of the sort.
There's no magic on this animal. The animal itself has magical properties.
Can I divine what they are? I will sniff it. I will
Sure,
use my
why
years
not?
of study.
You remember having heard of this kind of dead bat that upon submersing in boiling water will lead to incredible soupy thick darkness.
I will say,
This
ah,
could
yes.
be, but you didn't really pay attention in class, so you're not.
I am the teacher. I will say, yes, this is a bat of darkness. You just boil it, and then everything is dark.
So it makes a dark soup.
I think.
Navy beans will do the same thing.
I think it makes the air dark, my friend.
Oh.
You know.
I wouldn't. That's not what a soup should do at all. I wouldn't drink that.
No, the idea is to make everything dark so you can stab people.
Oh, like nighttime.
Yes.
It's a soup of nighttime.
A bat of
Nighttime
darkness soup. Yes.
Now stand there while we make this soup out of a bat. 'Cause when it gets dark, we're going to stab you.
Yes. Well, I will pull out my pipe and say, also, this will make a cloud of smoke. So
We'll
between
distract
this
them
and
with
these.
the cloud of smoke while we make the soup.
Yes. Very good. Yes. Yes. So I will take the bat, and if I have a spare strip of fabric, I will wrap it in it to keep it from oozing on my items.
It won't. It doesn't ooze. It just would flake off.
all
Sort
dry.
of crumble.
I will wrap it to protect it and to not get bad molecules on my objects.
Yeah, a taxidermy museum might appreciate it.
Well, we have the book requested by the king. Should we simply bring it back to him, or?
I'm pretty sure he wanted the guy's head, right?
Now you're not really going to hand over the book. So what's the point?
Life is but a dream, my friend.
Shall we look at the next closest hut?
What do you think, Lucille?
We should try to get the guy's head.
Who's the current kings? The other one.
The other one.
Yeah.
One idea I have for that is to simply stand in his hut and shout his name, and perhaps he will hear us. What do you think?
This is definitely his stuff, or whatever. This is somebody planning to cut off somebody's head.
We get so few vacations. Let's enjoy the
Surroundings,
charming
this beautiful
neighborhood.
village.
Yeah.
This is
Beautiful
a
swamp
swamp
village.
of rotting things. But yes, it is so relaxing.
Let's squelch our way over.
And
You want to look for this Duke?
I want to talk to someone.
I wouldn't mind, like talking to somebody else about like.
I'm going
What do you
to. I'm going to just shout. Whatever his name is, Duke Gillig of Mudston. Où est le Duc de Mudston?
the swamp just seems to absorb the sound. It doesn't go far at all.
I will use minor illusion to make a scream that says Duke Mudston.
If they didn't arrive when the gunshot went off.
Ah yes, that is true. Well,
If I hear a gunshot and then someone calling my name,
Not running to the scene.
I'm gonna just search the rest of the house, see if there's anything we left unturned.
There's not. It's not a very big. It's really just a one-room hut.
A hut with some cushions and a
with
chest.
some cushions and some writers. Oh, there's some broken bottles as well.
Oh, broken.
It can be yours for only 1,800 gold a month.
Let us search more huts, yes?
See,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we
Looks like somebody might have had a party out here last night.
As we search, I will call out, Duke Gillick of Mudston. Where are you?
Nothing. But you do arrive at another hut. Looks very similar to the last one. This one, however, the wooden door is barred shut from the inside. And you hear a croak. Push the note under the door.
wait. Sorry, the croak says push the note under the door.
Oh, I got that note. I can let you read it. That little piece of paper about the
yes.
rebellion. Maybe
Yes.
I stop.
Should
we try that?
Let's push it under the door.
The door swings open.
Good thinking.
And
this
standing
note?
just inside the door is a jittery bullywug with a spear. And behind this guard is a wooden crate with hunting gear piled atop it.
Is there a hunting trap among the hunting gear?
No hunting crap. But huddled in the back of the room are 3 more bullywugs, and tension hangs heavy in the air as one of the huddled bullywugs gestures you to come and join the conversation.
Bagheera does so.
Yes, fellow members of the revolution. We must end this reign of tyranny.
So
Hello.
you're with us.
Oh, yes. Murder and killing of those who are not with us is good.
I have a brilliant plan to overthrow this very despotic and terrible ruler, King Gullop the 17th.
Are you Dude Gillick, by chance?
Yes, I am.
Oh, great. Good to meet you. Heard about you.
Well, if we're to participate, surely we must hear what your intentions are.
It's really quite a brilliant plan, but I'd love to hear your feedback.
Sure, lay it on us.
I intend to go up to the king,
Uh-huh.
King Gullop the 17th, take this dagger, stab him in the eye, and then become king.
Didn't you have to cut off his head?
Oh yeah, I'll do that after I stab
After
him.
you stabbed him in the eye.
Yep.
Right. What sort of king will you be?
I'll be a great king.
Well, the heads on the walkway expressed skepticism. They said you were unlike the other kings, would be kings.
I am. I'm far nobler. But no, I do have a calling in a way that I don't think my predecessors did. I see the Bullywugs, and the Soggy Court in particular, becoming a great nation. Whereas before we were steeped in frippery and just meaningless finery and games and celebrations, I believe we can, among us, have the strength to conquer and rule the world.
Yes.
So you wish to rule the world, yes?
I do.
That is very good. I support this. You know, the king has a magic book that I think is like giving him power or something.
Oh, that's most unfortunate.
Yes, it could be that if you stab him in the eye, something magical happens and you are in trouble.
Do you know anything? Is this the first you've heard of his book?
This is quite a conundrum. I was not aware that he had access to... I was not aware he read. I was not aware he was able to read.
Yes, he writes too. I saw him writing.
Are you yourself literate?
What does that mean?
Do you read and write? Do you read or write?
Yes, I read. Yes, of course.
Do we believe that he's telling the truth?
I'm gonna
So
minor
many-
illusion a sign that says this on it, and then I'm gonna say, "What does this say?"
It says something very clever. You're very witty.
I'll show it to you guys.
Surely, as a would-be revolutionary and monarchical aspirant, you have at your behest the most skillful and brilliant scribes. For example, whoever wrote this note that we slipped under the door, who wrote this note for you, so embellished with such literary qualities?
That must be one of my loyalists within the palace.
Ah,
I do have some members of the resistance already ensconced.
oh, excellent use of ensconced.
He said ensconced. Yes,
This is the sort of
I know he reads.
regal bearing that we've come to
Yes, but
dream about.
This face will be on a coin someday.
I dearly hope so.
So you are not a fighter for peace, but rather you wish to take over the world, yes?
Well, the two are the same thing, of course.
Ah, of course.
okay, so once you take over the world, then there'll be peace, right?
Yes.
Of course.
Yes, yes. I will. Toth did that in the land that I am from. Toth did that 1,000 years ago, but I'm sure you've never heard of Capernia Toth. I just want to look around and see exactly how many bullywogs are in the room and exactly how tough they look.
They actually look fairly tough. Tougher than the courtiers you saw and the various bullywogs that you've seen hanging around. They are all armored and look pretty gruff. There's 3 of them that you can see including you, Gilly.
I have an idea. I have a question. Are we? I forgot. Are we getting any kind of reward for giving the king this man's head?
He did say that was a reward.
That is
I have a
what we
plan.
promised.
Did.
I say that we.
Oh, you gotta whisper.
Hold on, come here.
whisper.
And I will say to the king, give us a moment to confer. We must make a plan about how to best support your efforts. And I will pull you over towards the door, far away from the people. Please whisper to me so they do not hear you.
Okay, so my plan is we let this man. We kill this man first.
I like this idea.
We give his head to the king. We get the reward from the king, and then we just kill the king, and then we leave.
Perhaps. I like the first part, and the second part we will see, I suppose. They do need some sort of king or queen. Were there any female heads by the bridge?
No, there were not.
Are there any females in this room
No, there were not.
who are not in our party?
There were not.
Is the king right now? Does the king right now have a wife or anything close to that?
We saw it, I think.
The patriarchy must end. Bagheera, what do you think about the first part of Lucio's plan?
I think it all strikes me as unnecessary.
Yes, but battle is fun, and this is a dream, so, he wants to take over the world. That is bad.
I would gladly risk my life for a just cause. This seems at best a mercenary diversion, and at worst a very poor idea that ends up with us chopped into bits lying in the bottom of a swamp.
My thoughts are this. This one wants to take over the world. The other one wants to live in a swamp. So,
I
one
think
is...
it'll sort itself out. What if there's more to this place we're not seeing? We've so far only spoken with
People who want to rule.
blowhards who are wrapped up in this little.
The town is like.
Yes, maybe there is a group of women who wish to peacefully share power with a
Wasn't there like a big hut?
circle.
Wasn't there like
Yes,
the
there
arena
is.
and then the big hut?
Petunia saw a hut on the other island next to an arena. My friend Lucille, what do you say? We do a little more exploration and then perhaps we come back to Kiel a little later.
Sure. Keep it in our back pocket.
Don't worry. I do not wish to live here without killing. Because it is fun and none of this is real, you understand?
That's not true, but we'll proceed.
You think it is not real, I think it is real. As you can see, reality is subjective. Therefore, nothing is real.
Is a subjective reality pointless?
I got one more question I just want to ask the guy, just because I'm just wondering. Okay. Sir Duke, love your plan about sneaking up and stabbing him in the eye. How are you going to approach him without being seen before you stab him in the eye?
That's what we bring to the table. That sort of insight.
I had not thought of that. You're very, very clever. Perhaps there'd be a place for you in my car.
Yes, and if you pay us handsomely as your advisors now, we will help you gain the throne. 300 gold pieces each should be plenty for an hour of our time as highly paid consultants.
Alas, I fear that I do not have those kinds of funds at present. But once I do gain the crown, I have access to the entire royal treasury, which I'm sure is quite full of gold coins that will be yours. Well, not all of them, of course, but many of those gold coins will be yours. More than 300 apiece.
Oh my. That is useful. The royal treasury is full.
Except that's what they use for the funeral, so it could be totally empty. Who knows?
Yes. Mira, amigo, vamos a hablar y después volveremos, ¿ok? Oh, I'm sorry. We will go away and plan, and then we will return and help you stab him in the eye. Don't do it before.
I'm sorry, I'm afraid that I can't let you leave now that you know of my plan.
Well, we don't, because your plan has changed since you realized that the previous one needed more elaboration.
Yes, the magic book. We are going to find a solution for you to remain hidden and to defeat this book. Then we will come and plan with you as your consultants being paid later.
In fact,
Naturally, you're going to have to roll for persuasion.
were we to... Yes.
15.
Very well. They open the door. Please come back when you have more information, more ideas on how to elaborate upon this plan and make it successful.
Yes, we will help you with your plan. We will solve this and find out how to defeat the magic book
Yeah.
and for you to walk up unseen. So we will be back.
And let's take a break.
All right, so we head out of the house.
Okay, that's really the last hut. Want to head? Are you heading back to the king, or?
I'm going to head over to the island with the arena and the large hut on it that Petunia saw.
Okay,
Can we get over there?
you can. I misspoke. That is properly a hut, but yeah, by the arena.
Yeah.
But yeah, so rising from the soggy earth is a sturdy wooden hut with an open doorway on one side of it. At the back of this hut are 2 holding cells, and some thick mangrove roots serve as bars, each with a small round door closing off each cell. The floor of one cell is covered with several inches of stinking water, as you've come to expect. The other cell holds a figure in rags, slumped against the back wall.
Hello?
You there?
Figure in rags?
She rises and greets you with a knightly bow. It is another bullywug. She's dressed in the ragged and stained remnants of an orange surcoat that bears the sigil of a great helm. fashioned to resemble a frog's head. I am Margot, Knight of Warts.
Ah, are you from here?
I am from this soggy port, yes.
Ah, you are a woman. Would you like to rule justly over all of these male bullywogs?
No, insufferable fools they are. Have none of that.
Perfect.
Why are you imprisoned?
The king didn't like some of my statements. I wasn't obsequious enough for him. Didn't bow and act like a fool the way those other courtiers do. I just didn't have it in me.
Ah, and why do you disrespect this king so much?
Oh, he's just a pompous, idiotic fool like all of his predecessors. Such a waste to throw away all of this money on these little fripperies that just decay and die, and everyone just sitting around and lounging all day.
I think you're not the only one with a variation on that opinion. There's a duke who wants to have slightly less frippery and quite a lot more conquest. What do you think your people would do if they conquered somewhere else?
It would require quite a bit of an attitude change on their part. I can't imagine them conquering anything.
Yes. I have a demographic question for you. Are all the people in this town, do they live like in the court? Where do people who aren't courtiers live?
They just float around on lily pads mostly.
Just out and about.
Just out and about, yeah, just in the... Well, you see, it's our beautiful weather.
Indeed. Does it really matter much to them who's king?
No, not particularly. As long as they don't have to do much work. They are very
Yeah, has
lazy.
there ever been a queen?
Not since I've been alive, no. Now that you mention it.
Tell us this, Knight of Warts. What would you do if you were queen? I know you don't want to be queen, but if you were, what would you do?
Well, first of all, I'd use some of those funds in the treasury to start developing this area, have some proper houses, maybe have some proper schooling so people aren't just lying about all day. It's really disgusting. And stop all of this killing and these funerals. What a waste.
Do you judge that your countrymen are open to new ideas, or would you simply be assassinated immediately?
That's part of the reason I don't want to be king, or queen as it were.
It's sort of a trap, yes. A catch-22, where I don't think there's much to be done about it, but I see no particular reason why you should stay locked up. Unless, do any of my compatriots object to simply letting her go and do knightly things?
I think we should make her queen.
Is it our place to do so?
Please don't.
Yeah, you can't make someone a monarch against their will.
If
It's
it
the
were your place, you know, if you had your druthers, as they say, we would do nothing, and then we will not go to another world.
Have you ever considered like a different form of government, like maybe not a king or a queen, but maybe like a parliament or like like a house of representatives or something like that?
It's all confusing words to me.
You've never heard of these things?
A house? How does a
Well,
house rule?
there's this. Well, for example, there's this one area back in Alenia, Greater Linnea, where it's like they're actually ruled by like a council of like 100 people.
Oh yes,
rule it, you know?
the religious zealots.
Well, Parvus, the peaceful people, but they do it like that way. you
Ruled
know?
by a priesthood. Yeah, I suppose you could have a
Something
sort
like
of
that. But I'm just thinking of that concept. But if you took the religious part out of it and just made it like
Yes, and
group
the
of people talking, you
country
know?
of Rocinante is a direct democracy, and the people vote directly for what they want. There are no rulers, only vote counters. What do you think of this Knight of Words?
I don't think our people are smart enough, or I would frankly be scared at the idea of having these people govern anything right now, at least, if they're educated, perhaps. But that would take years. I intend, if you would be so kind to release me, I intend to get out of here entirely and find my way to the Sealy Court or something where people think.
can't fault that wisdom. Before you do, perhaps you could help us to answer a few questions which have our curiosity. The political status quo seems to be more or less unremarkable in that this king doesn't seem particularly better or worse than any of his predecessors or anyone who would replace him. Yet, we were called here for a reason, and the only thing I can notice that's different is this book business. Do you know anything about a magic tome that's got the king's attention?
There's a power behind the throne.
Can you elaborate?
There's someone who is pulling the strings. You don't really believe that our people are smart enough to keep even this semblance of a government in place.
I did see a bulge behind the curtain, like
Someone literally behind the curtain.
yes, like Polonius in Hamlet, you know.
Yes, that famous Gasconian play.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I got the name wrong. I'm sorry. Hagrid. Yes. And Polonius. Polonius in Hagrid. Hagrid. Yes. About the
The haggler, the famous haggler.
young female hag whose mother is killed. Yes, yes. Hagrid in Hagrid. This happens. Like Polonius in Hagrid.
Yes,
So,
where they famously put on a musical within a musical.
Yes.
so what do
Yes.
you know about this power behind the curtain, so to speak?
Not much. Not much.
Kill
Hear
the
that she's
king.
Very
Has been around for a while.
She's? Did you say she's?
she, yes.
She's.
A recent.
No, she has been around since long before my time. We don't speak about her.
Also a bullywug or something else?
No. I shouldn't be talking out loud about her lest I draw her attention.
Ah,
There is a woman behind the curtain. A female entity behind the curtain
Yes.
who is.
Pulling the strings. Connected to
yes.
the books.
I'm going to pull out my book as it tries to bite me and say, "Book, what are your secrets?" And I will attempt to look in the book as it bites me.
Ow.
and Bagheera will work on trying to unprison this knight.
Wait, I want to make her queen. But let me see what is in this book. Ow.
One worry. One
Oh!
more point of biting damage.
This book is biting me, but I am reading it anyway.
You're just like, stop, stop.
What do I see in this book?
The most recent page is headed with Duke Illig, and then a description of all of the things he will do to Duke Illig once he catches him.
Oh.
Who catches him?
The author of the book,
What
I
do
will
you
or
see?
she catches him.
Flip through the book to see if I can find the identity of this author.
There's nothing about who the author is. Just each page has a different name and a different type of gory or not so gory end that the author envisions.
Does this appear to be... Does the book look identical to the book that the king had?
Yes. And the front page, it says Book of Bad Blood.
What do you see?
I will tell you everything. And then I will say, I think this book is an exact copy.
Mirror?
Yes, it is what the king is working out of.
Interesting.
Yes, I think this is what the king is looking at. We have a copy of it. Maybe if we write in this book, we can mislead the king.
Perhaps. An idea is forming where if we deliver alive the Duke Eleg to the throne room and then let them sort of at each other's throats, and amidst the chaos perhaps we can identify this rather more substantial threat behind the throne.
Yes. And kill her.
I mean, maybe. Let's not leap to conclusions.
When nothing is real, what is more fun than using your skills? Your powers? Miss Knight, would you be queen if we...
No.
You refuse?
She doesn't want to be queen.
I don't blame her.
Would you not have her consent to make her queen?
Would you be king of this place?
No, I am leaving.
Well, so
I would happily be king
so's
of this place
Margot.
if we are staying. But we are leaving. You know we are leaving. Okay, please free her. I will put the book away. Before I put the book away, I will take a quill and I will write in it, remember to draw a red line on my forehead in it. And then I will close it and put it away.
Absolutely nothing appears on the page as you write.
I will put it away. So, my friends, we have choices, yes? To the king or to the duke. The king has the creature woman behind him.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do?
Okay, I'm super not into the idea of this guy that wants to take over the world. That's uncool. I kind of like this idea of let's go get the guy that wants to take over the world, accompany him back to the king, and then maybe in the fracas that'll surely erupt, we can see what's going on behind that curtain.
And kill
Yeah.
Yes.
the lady creature behind the curtain.
Well, definitely this one that wants to, sorry dude, but take over the world, because that is a little unacceptable.
Now,
in
a
my
point, if we bring all of them together,
book. This
what
is
if they
more-
all attack us? That will be more difficult than killing 3 bullywogs in a hut or killing a king.
Yeah, that's a risk.
But you like the idea of a milieu?
Yes, if I recognize the risk, I weigh that it's probably worth it if it works out. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong that, I mean, they might all band up together against us, but there seems to be animosity and bad blood enough that ambition will take over.
If you like her plan, I am fine with it.
I feel like more will be revealed to
I
in the
long
moment
only
of
for
seeing
blood.
them talk to each other, and then maybe we'll know in that moment who we should really be, supporting. But what about the lady in the prison cell? You want to let this one out?
Yes, let's attempt to free her. What is the mechanism that's keeping her?
Just the flimsy-looking wooden bars and a lock.
I'll try to just pull open the bars.
Give me an athletics check.
A what?
she has advantage on that.
This
Oh, you have, you
Being
can roll
a
2 of
gift.
those.
Okay.
You can roll 2. I think you'll take the highest. Oh, roll the same thing, but then you add your athletics, which is a +6.
Okay,
6 plus
so
5.
6 plus 11.
The bars quiver, but don't open.
Mm.
What materials do I have at my disposal? Try to get the lock open. Let's see.
I'll take a look at the lock. What does it look like?
It's a normal lock. It's not magical or anything.
I will see if 2 times is the charm and stab my dagger into the lock.
Dagger. Okay. Roll. Give me an attack roll.
It's good. It's a 22.
Oh, and okay, and the lock shatters and the door flings open, and Morgo looks at you, nods, says a quick thank you, and then leaps into the water and is gone.
I will look around in her cell to see if she dropped anything fun.
Nope, nothing fun. Her captors stripped her of
Okay,
everything.
See if the keys are anywhere in here. Curious. No.
So there's a hut with these 2 cells behind it?
It's in the back. The 2 cells are in the back of the hut.
Anything else in the hut?
Nothing else in the hut.
I'm gonna just go look at the arena to see what it looks like.
It's not very large arena, maybe I'd say 10 feet in diameter. There's two chains attached to a pole in the middle, and some rickety benches along the side, presumably for spectators.
Does anyone think we should put the 2 kings in here at the fight?
Let 'em fight.
Sure.
Which is asked what it was usually used for.
I mean,
Yes.
well, I mean, it's an entertaining spectacle, but the more of their partisans and courtiers we can get fighting with each other, the less there are to interfere with us and this power behind the throne.
Yes.
What if we said something along the lines of, all right, we'll bring the Duke in under guise of being prisoners. You just have to pretend to be a prisoner long enough to leap at them.
Yes.
And of course, the king already expects us to bring them back as prisoners, so it'll sort of
Yes.
either take care of itself or backfire wildly.
As they say in the play Haglet,
Yes,
all the world is a stage.
and
We are but players.
yes.
But players.
Butt players.
We are but players, and this is a dream and a play. So I like your idea. Let us.
As Hagrid says, the only question we must ask ourselves is to be or to do the other thing.
Yes.
Yes. Whether to take arms against a sea of bullywogs. Let us go. We will return to the Duke's hut.
Okay, presumably you tell him your plan,
Yeah.
and
Well, not our full plan.
yeah, not your full plan. I won't have you roll for anything because you've already impressed him with your erudition and just your general bearing of trusted advisors. So he will accompany you back to the king. How do you bring him back, and who do you bring with you?
We'll bring him and his retainers, pretend shackled,
Yeah.
with us, with the plan for them to burst out at the right moment and attack the king and his retainers.
Wait, what did I miss?
We let the woman out of the prison, and then we went back to the Duke, and we decided we're going to take him pretending to be a prisoner back to the king.
We're killing the Duke eventually, right?
We're taking them back in the hopes that they'll start a fight with each other, and then we can figure out who this woman behind the curtain is, and maybe
She's-
we're
she's
expecting
And then
gonna
kill the
die.
Duke, right?
we're expecting a big fight.
Yeah, everybody's gonna get killed except
There's going to
us.
be a lot of bloodshed.
Yeah.
Maybe
Unless
us.
Bagheera steps in with his morality. We it's Pliny's arc is very interesting. The,
How did it begin?
I was like, if you believe that all of life is a dream, you become very ethically competent.
so yeah, we bring them fake tied up back to the king, walking through the heads on the bridge, who cackle at us and say things. And then we present ourselves to the king.
I see you've fulfilled your role.
Yes, here is his head.
Still on his body, even.
Just as you asked, we have brought you his head.
Yeah. You want to decapitate him, or did any of us do it?
Guards, and 2 guards come out bearing this large axe.
How many of the king's people are in this room?
There's 5 other knights.
And we've got this guy that we fake arrested with 3 of
With
his
3,
supporters.
yeah.
And then there's the king and 5 knights.
Yeah.
Did we see where the book is at this moment?
No, the book is, he's just there on his dais.
What's the story with the
Lounging.
curtain?
The curtain, there's a curtain behind him.
But we don't see a bulge
No bulge.
at this moment.
There's a curtain behind him. I'm gonna give a really close look at the curtain to see if I can figure out if there's somehow anything behind it. Maybe the space underneath it shows me some feet. Maybe a crack in between the 2 curtains. I see some movement.
Maybe a little bit of a shadow.
Yeah, maybe a shadow on the wall behind it from the lighting. I'm just gonna stare with all of my staring powers. See if I
Hear
can.
like a cough or sneeze or something, anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You see some vines and greenery underneath the curtain.
Yes, a plant creature.
But as you're deliberating, the Duke leaps forward and grabs his dagger and stabs the king in the eye, just like
He
he said he
did what he
would.
said he was gonna do.
And I will release the bonds on the other fake prisoners.
Oh my god!
And with that, there's just rejoicing. The dead king lies on the ground, just dead. There's rejoicing.
Wait, did he get his head cut off yet?
He got stabbed in the
Just
eye.
like
He's
that's
just
stabbed
stabbed
in
in
the
the
eye.
eye.
His head's
Dude.
not cut off yet.
Yeah.
But all the bullywugs leave. And they go over to the palace.
What?
Perhaps I don't understand. We're not in the palace?
You're on the dais, the gazebo, right outside the palace.
Okay. Let's
What?
follow.
Yes.
Okay, well that was pretty foolish as a king.
Well,
He wasn't
and so
guarded.
yeah. Well, he was surprised.
What about this curtain?
Yeah, let's look behind this curtain and
Yeah.
see if we can see.
And the curtain drops.
Oh.
You dare meddle in my affairs?
Oh boy.
It's this slimy old woman. She looks like a toad, hunched over, just matted, unruly hair. Roll initiative.
Oh. You roll your d20. You got a 10, and your initiative's +3.
Plus,
Oh my god.
Let's slowly clear some stuff out of the middle of the table without knocking anything over or spilling anything. Just slowly move things away.
what's about to happen?
We're about to have a fight,
Fight.
and battle music's gonna come. At this point in the audio, there was a big break where the microphone shorted out.
Oh, it's the frog rider.
Dun, dun, dun.
You upstart! Oh shit! And he rolls in that one, and the spear just flies out of his hand and lands in the mark.
It's
Clarify for me.
It's a
Are we fighting?
Or are you doing
For
a
me?
shot put challenge?
Are you against me?
My king. And he does.
He does?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
It's very mixed
So
signals
but
on
Lorna's up. She's still got you in her grasp,
Oh my god.
and you take another how much? 5 points of acid damage.
So would that be 2 if it's halved, or is that 5?
No,
is
that's
the half?
5 halved.
Okay, great.
Ow. It
Luckily, you
hurts.
got HP for days.
Luckily, I am very strong.
All right.
And my armor class is 16. So.
Is that me? Is it me? Am I?
Oh,
You
the
go.
Alright.
the honking stopped.
It did. I'm gonna try to knock her off of you again. 8, 9, 11. That's only an 11.
Nope.
We're gonna try again.
Oh, I actually got
Never
the grappling
mind.
symbol.
I can't hit this woman. She's so slippery.
She's very
I tried to
slimy.
slap her, your hand just slid across her skin.
Pliny.
Pliny.
You
Good
got
King
that.
Pliny. So this guy, the guy on the horseback bowed.
Yeah.
He raised spear.
He
Not
missed. He
deliberately,
threw his spear. He's like, my hand.
but I accept your yield.
I'm gonna cast Shocking Grasp through the owl on the witch, and like to hit once with Shocking Grasp today, and it will not be this on this roll. And then he'll pass the turn, and we'll have her make a DC 15 Dex save on some well-focused fire damage,
She fails.
and she'll take 9 fire damage as her neck just melts with slime because all the fire is
Look, I
just
did it.
slamming
I
into
got
the
him
back
to
of her neck.
balance on the
Oh,
frog.
nice.
He's surfing. It's frog surfing, and we'll pass our turns.
Supposed to still be over here. Okay, that's fair.
No, she moved him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Good
he's
job.
by the side now,
Got it.
having given paid his respects to the new ruler, and is now watching in awe as
As
one of
house
his royal
ruler.
subjects.
Wow.
And Bagheera, you're up.
Bagheera will stride up to this situation and attempt to pry the hag off of his newfound friend.
Yay!
Okay,
Thanks for trying.
whichever you're higher in, acrobatics or
I'll
athletics.
take athletics.
Yay!
That's
Oh.
that's a
What?
9.
That one.
helping me.
Okay, and yeah, you just sort of flap your arms, and to no avail.
She'll be dead
She's
before
pretty.
you. Don't worry.
She's pretty strong for an old woman. Her
That's
jaws
what
are.
that's what Bagheera says. She's very strong for an old woman. And that's my turn.
Especially for a dying old woman. Lucille.
Yeah, for like. Okay, I'm up again.
Yep.
So,
I'm gonna try to
Being
pry
a
her off.
traitor.
he needs to rage again, right? Because
I will
lost
go
his
into a
rage 'cause he
rage.
didn't attack.
No, he took damage.
Oh, but he
Taking
did
damage
take
keeps you in rage.
Got it.
So you're.
Still good.
So can I try to get her off my arm this time again?
You want to hit her off of you or try to escape?
Yeah, you can.
You can
attack.
either hit her 3 times, or you can try to pull her off you.
I'm gonna hit her 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That because I'm
But
just
you're
trying
just gonna roll one dice because you're
Just for the hell of it, you
Rolling
could
it.
grapple her.
I could just we could do a biting contest.
Yeah.
It's a 4 plus 6. That's not
That
gonna
would get.
hit.
It's already pretty tied up.
That's a
4.
10, so
So
that's
I got a
not
10.
That doesn't hit.
So you can try your offhand.
Yeah, I'll try my offhand.
Oh, that's
15
plus 6.
That hits.
plus 6, that's 21. Wait, so
Roll that plus 2.
Damn.
Only plus
3.
I want to see this kid get a critical
extra
hit.
extra attack. So now you get to roll one more time.
Oh,
Your extra attack.
4
plus
plus
6.
6,
Nah,
10.
that's not gonna happen.
No hit. And
You tried.
I tried.
but Lorna, still
Oh my god.
more acid seeps into your arm.
Good.
But you only take half damage, please.
See, that's another 5.
I'll write it down.
This
Okay, so it's 36
hippo is so
minus 5.
strong.
A true inspiration of stalwart male.
Next round, actually, she's going to be. Well, that doesn't make any difference because she's all tied up.
I will yell at her. It is evil to make a kingdom of bullywogs your slaves and to control their
I'm
minds.
at 31 health. Please help me.
Her head's hanging down now.
She's dying. Slowly.
She still has you in her grasp, but
That's like the one thing she's putting her focus on. Just trying to
Gonna
keep
go
me.
out chewing.
yeah,
She's gonna go out with some food in her mouth.
she's going to take you with her if it's the last thing she does. And
If I die by getting saliva slowly seeped into my cuts and wounds, I would be
saliva
very
poisoning.
I would be very angry. So it's basically just spitting on my wounds.
Who's
I
going
got
to
you,
use?
Lucille! Does a 17 hit? Nope,
hits.
sorry, I lied. Does a 14 hit?
Oh, so close. That does not hit.
Extra attack. Does a 18 hit?
Yes,
Yay!
that does indeed.
And I'm gonna hit that with some divine smite.
Oh.
It's like, ugh. So in addition to my weapons damage, which is going to be, where's my D8 go? There it is. It's gonna be 7, and then I'm gonna do an extra 2d8 damage. So that's gonna be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
What does it look like when you kill this bitch?
Alright, so I'm like, get off my new hippo friends! She swings her flail and it hits, and then the whole flail starts to glow, and then it's just a radiant, like, comes off of it and just melts the frog lady into goo.
The only thing left are her teeth, still stuck in the hippo.
Just pierced
Yeah.
into
Like the last thing are just like teeth that have to like fly out of my
You
skin.
can keep them as a trophy.
Yeah.
I'll make them as a necklace. Or
Yeah.
I'll do that. I'll try to
I'll
model
say,
that on my
Hag
character.
teeth.
That was my favorite rendition of Haglet yet.
I did it. I made the Eiffel
What
Tower.
the hell?
And the
I'll run over and search her body, depending on whatever's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, the king's dead. Should we search his pockets?
Reason it did. Well, the other
He got
thing,
stabbed
that's
in the
right.
eye.
That thing, yes.
Should we cut off his head?
You should. Why don't you search the king's pockets?
Okay,
and
I
I'll
will search the
hag's
king's pockets. I've searched the
Search the
king's
hag.
pocket.
okay, you find 25 gold.
Yes. Can I cut off his head now with my scimitar? I don't want to stand for their tradition because I respect that.
The bullywug on the frog canters up, thunders up,
The courage to.
and says, "My new liege,
What tidings have you?
I bring you gifts."
What did I find on the witch?
On the witch, you find a ring.
Can I tell what it does when I hold up my detect magic lantern to it?
Yeah, abjuration magic.
Yeah. I'm like, yes.
It turns you into a slimy frog.
You become a slimy
You become a giant frog queen. A disgusting frog.
I will take it.
Is she on like a throne? Oh, she's on like a lily
It's
pad.
on a sort of a lily pad dais thing.
Look at her little hand, her little brittle hand. We killed that thing. Very brutally.
But the guy on the horse says, "I bring you gifts."
Oh. A check for 2 gold.
Goblet of confidence.
I'll take
Guard
the
of
scrolls.
Sharpening. Wondrous
So I can learn
item.
that ritual.
Uncommon. This magic
Using a
scabbard
rapier.
reshapes itself to fit any non-magical dagger or sword that is placed into it. A weapon that has been kept in the scabbard. How do I pronounce it?
Scabbard.
Scabbard. In the scabbard for 1 hour or more becomes
Gotta give this to
a magic
Feldman.
weapon with a 1+ bonus to attack and damage rolls. This effect lasts for 1 hour after the weapon has been drawn from the scabbard.
Scabbard.
Weapon.
Oh, look up on
What does that thing do?
Huh? Oh, it like. If
You got a
like
rapier?
if like a non-magical dagger or sword is placed into it,
Scabbard of Sharpening.
Yeah.
Reshapes itself to fit any non-magical dagger.
or sword, and then when you put it in for like an hour or more, it becomes a magic weapon.
With a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls.
Neat.
And lasts
Yeah.
for an hour.
I can just use that.
Sure.
For
Be
my,
like,
I
I'm
can
gonna
like turn.
this weapon magical.
Yeah, turn my scimitar magical.
Cool.
That sounds like a plan to me. And you
That
got
sounds-
a
I'm
rapier?
glad I picked that up. What'd you get?
I got a
What'd you get?
rapier. The Grin Splitter Rapier. I roll a 20 on my attack roll using this weapon. The target has to make a wisdom saving throw or burst into laughter. If it is a creature with an intelligence score of 4 or higher. On a failure, they fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up. The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of its turn. And each
How many
time it
uses a
takes
day?
damage,
On
ending. Yeah,
On
it's
a
on a
crit.
crit. Yeah.
Great.
It makes you laugh.
We have
It's Tasha's hideous laughter on a hit.
the Goblet of Confidence. Drinking a syrupy mixture that tastes a bit like honey and fresh morning dew gives advantage on a charisma check. Within 10 minutes, used once per day.
Here, let me take a picture of some of these weird ones for the
Wait, you want to take mine?
folder.
Cup of King.
Yeah, the Goblet of Confidence.
What time is it?
It's 4:20.
420.
Sorry, ran a little over.
We go till 5. You're not over unless you have another huge set piece
Oh
planned.
shoot! I was racing to finish because I thought we ended at 4.
Well,
we go
I
in
for one want to
just-
see what happened with the Duke in the other
I want
room.
to kill the Duke.
I'm gonna go still want
We might restrain you from that,
still
but
want
we'll
to cut
see.
some heads off.
I'm gonna cut someone.
You cut the king's head off.
Oh, I
There's,
did.
there's about to be a
The
schism.
dead king's head. You cut the dead king's head off.
Yeah.
So the riding frog gave us this stuff.
Yep.
I'm just holding on to the
I
dead
took-
king's head right now.
I took a special ring from the witchy.
That Duke said he'd give us money from the treasure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Although the knight would spend it better.
Yeah.
Let's go visit the
Duke.
Duke.
We should just beat him up and leave him as like a bloody little pulp and get out of there. I don't know. He wants to rule the world. That's not that cool.
Lucille.
You can't do that.
Yes.
I have
You
a
spent some time in
suspicion
the
that
wars. You seem really like a little
his competence is not the equal of his ambition.
Unfortunately, that scabbard also makes the carrier of it a devout pacifist.
I'm gonna cut off his hand if he doesn't give us gold.
Wow. All right. Well, let's go visit this Duke.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
So you head over to the palace. The musicians are playing slightly more, not somber, but definitely more sedate tune. The Duke and his companions, his original companions, are all lounging and clearly are quite inebriated.
Our team is all.
So you are the new king, yes? And we have helped you do this.
Yes, give me my crown. And he keeps reaching out to Bagheera, trying to grab his crown.
I believe we were promised some rewards, yes?
Oh,
Give us
sure.
gold. I scream.
You would not want a civil war on your hands. Am I right, my king?
Or civil
What?
war on your head.
What is this?
We are
Treachery?
simply asking for the rewards that you have offered.
Give me that crown first.
No.
Reaching.
Do you know the incredibly powerful hag who controlled this land for ages?
What of it?
Well, we have killed her very easily.
We kind of just tied her up and beat her to death.
It was not difficult at all. She was an easy kill. So I wonder if we can kill her so easily.
want one of her teeth?
Would you really enjoy to threaten us?
And he looks at you and it's like, but if you kill her, what will I do? How am I supposed to
Just be careful.
fool all of these people without any help?
Do you know how to contact the Knight of Warts that was recently imprisoned?
Morgo. You know that girl.
Oh, that's right. I know.
She's
She's
in your
useless. She can rot in prison for all I care.
Well, I suppose then you must learn to rule the way everyone who doesn't have a lump behind a curtain learns to rule. By soliciting good advice, by weighing the opinions of many people who know what they're doing, by judging and delegating, and most importantly, by acknowledging your own limitations
No, keep
so
the
that you
battle
may
music. It
grow
sounded
beyond
good.
them. The more you
It's like an
know.
argument.
What's your real performance, Quinn?
Excellent.
You'll have to wait until next time.
Yeah, listen to your king. Maybe he can teach you how to king.
9.
Boo! Boo!
Well,
and the courtiers in the back start pelting you with
That's what I
rotten eggs.
expected from this lot. I'm keeping the crown.
The crown's kind of cool.
I wonder why we have not disappeared from this realm. We have completed our task.
Maybe
You
that
are
wasn't
the
the
king.
This was
task.
it. This was the last task.
Yes.
I mean, we kind of just beat her. That really wasn't like a task. That was kind of just our willing. We just kind of needed to do that.
I think
The real
Maybe we need
task-
to kill the Duke in
I
order
think
to
this
leave.
town's got problems.
But the real task, our task
we
was
have
to give the
lifted-
king the duke's head.
If we have lifted from this unworthy brow the burden of monarchy, perhaps in time some better government will.
And with that, you whoosh, evaporate, and the crown does not go with you.
No, like you come, you
Foiled.
go to your new area. You're like,
No! You are king no more!
I fought for that.
Oh, the burden of Damocles. It weighed heavy upon my brow.
Amazing.
And so we are done.
That was fun.
I'm trying to figure out the timing. I was trying so hard to keep it.
No,
to
That's okay.
It was
Alright.
brisk.
We still
was
have
good.
checkouts, and that's good. It's very hot. Who knows what time it is really.
It's very hot. Life is but dream, my friend.
So we'll go around your checkouts.
Let's check out.
You'll say something you enjoyed about the session, something you enjoyed that another player or character did, and anything else you feel like saying. Why don't you start?
Okay. Something I enjoyed about the session. I just love how gross and slimy and terribly dressed all the guys were, and really like the talking head bridge, and how everybody was terrible and we didn't really know. I just like I'm sorry, sort of what another character is. I loved Lucille's desire to just kill everyone, and then Bagheera being like, no,
There's but another way.
there's another way. We don't need to engage in this. And truly knowing like the chances of the Duke taking over the world probably aren't high.
Yeah, because he's kind of just like a
but
little guy.
still just wanting to sniff it out. And I loved Plinny's. I just love the character, and which I imagine is both the player and character presentation all the time, where Plinny's just constantly, with all of my knowledge of magic, with all of my deep study and time in the library.
Yeah.
It's like how much insight he carries for all that.
He's a
all things
professor at a
magical.
mage college.
Yeah, he's got it, and he's always on the lookout. It's fantastic.
It's a good thing I have to take magic in a lantern.
Yeah, the lantern now, which I always just picture as the Haunted Mansion guy, just being like with the lantern. Yay! But that was very fun, and I liked the gross bog hag woman and how horribly cruel the assassination of the bog hag was, of hypnotizing her, tying her up, blindfolding her, and then just slashing her
All right.
endlessly.
I love.
Put her in the blender.
Yeah.
I love beating the living piss out of a
Bog
hag. I also love this dice. This dice with the eyeball in it. It's great.
That's why I pass it over there. To enjoy.
I really liked making a necklace out of her teeth. That was fun. And I'm sad that I couldn't kill the Duke because ruling the world isn't cool.
Well, there'll be someone else to kill next time.
Oh,
Is
and
there anything that another player did that stood out as
that was
fun or
very
funny or
nice
good?
of Petunia for existing.
Yes.
Just doing a bunch of. Thank you for evaporating that thing.
Precision fire blowing.
Yeah, that was great. And also, I liked making a little war between the frogs that happened.
Yeah.
Yes, the frog war. Do you want to go last or
Yes, let me go.
to do the summing upping? All right. Let's see. Well, I always enjoy all Feywild things, and I enjoyed uncovering the mystery of the Polonius, the man behind the curtain, the hag behind the curtain.
The fiend behind the curtain.
On one hand, I enjoyed incapacitating her quickly, but on the other hand, you know, I like a good knockdown, drag-out battle. But hags are pretty scary, so if you can fucking tie them up and slice them up, then it's probably the way to go. I like that the pillow squeaked when I sat on it.
Yeah, the biting book is great.
Oh yeah, I still have the biting book in my bag
Oh
too.
yeah, what are we gonna do with that in the next? I think it's gonna involve me, you or me, or someone
King's
throwing it at
feelings-
someone.
Feelings journal.
Feelings journal that bites you.
So we'll talk on Discord about what the ring is and the book is and that sort of thing.
And technically, you still have her staff, right?
I do, but I broke it
Oh.
because it was boring.
Oh yeah.
So session stuff, player stuff. You know, I like how much Bagheera thinks about all of his decision making. You know, Pliny is one step away from the gifts, like just kill everything vibe. Pliny's just like, just let us do
she
a
is
thing.
a war veteran.
Yeah, she probably had PTSD the whole time. She's just like, ah, you are the enemy. So
Kill short people.
yeah, you know, I enjoy the moral interplay between Bagheera and Pliny, and I like it when Bagheera wins out with creative ideas, and
He wins out with pacifism somehow.
yeah, particularly the putting the crown on the head was very smart, and the usage of that, and the DM went along with that to create massive effects on the battlefield. So that was fun. Pass.
I enjoyed very much that everybody had sort of different questions for the bridge of heads that like covered different angles, but were like worked together to paint a picture of what was going on. Like everybody sort of clued in to be like, oh, here's how we can gather some information and have like a fun conversation. Some brilliantly insightful questions. I don't remember any off the top of my head, but I noticed when our new player was like, oh, this is like, here's important things to find out. You asked some great questions along with everybody else.
I remember the one that I asked. It's like the one that was like, I did so great in those 6 months. I did so many wonderful things. What did you do?
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
That was exactly.
I did king stuff.
Fancy.
And the environment, I sort of instantly had a
need to use
picture of where we were. That was evocative from your descriptions of it. I kind of like, I imagined this place as being sort of whimsical, but also kind of like dark in the sense of one of those like 80s fantasy movies, like a Dark Crystal or a Labyrinth. I pictured all this happening with like the actual, like those intricately crafted puppets, like the practical effects that really grounded it in a cool way. So I really enjoyed just the way the bullywogs had a consistent ethos through the way they talked and thought that was engaging and propelled the action in a believable and fun way. So this is a cool little place.
Yeah, you guys were a great table to DM for.
I'm just like imagining in this little area, like in the whole like swamp area. I like imagining like when you're in like the swamp, it's like dark and bleak, and then like you look at the kingdom, it's just like bright and like loud music plays. But when you look away, it like stops. And you look back and like it's like blinding. I just imagine it really wants to show yourself that it's there. Hello.
Yeah, but anyway, you guys were great to DM for it. I just love the interaction that my bullywugs got to have. You know, the various questions you guys were asking, and sort of the opportunity to just play around with, you know, their culture, their government, their religion, their death rituals.
The way they become king.
Right. I mean, it was just you guys were so inquisitive, and that was so cool. And obviously, I just loved Bagheera just taking the crown, and it was just so obvious to me what the result would be. You know, we'll go all back.
You're like, where's the crown?
Of course, you know. And Pliny, you know, this is like the second time you've played with me, and it's the second time that you won the initiative and just completely incapacitated my character. You know, my big bad, like right out of the gate. So props to you. I have to clearly up my game next time. But yeah, that was great. And obviously Lucille was just fabulously in character. Like, the whole time, just, are we killing him yet? Have we killed him yet?
Can I cut off their head yet?
Yeah, exactly.
Are they dead yet from getting stabbed in the eye?
So yeah, so that was great.
What color is their blood and what does it taste like?
But yeah, next time you have to play a pacifist character just to see how that goes.
Oh, right, yeah.
I do?
No, you don't.
Yay.
I do.
I do?
Well, good. Any other stuff? Well, we're done on the 29th of July, 2 Saturdays from now. This fellow Matt will be DMing. We've had a new influx of members from the Tuesday night game and such, and so I'm interested in seeing what that guy that plays the barbarian makes up for a character. It's really
Next
fun.
time we do this, will we be inside or outside again?
Well, you know, it in some part depends on a few things. You know, it may not be this hot next time, as it is very strangely hot right now.
Heat wave.
But I will definitely want to do this again because this was incredibly fun.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it's also dependent on what's happening inside of the house, but with my wife and my child.
Did you get your character?
But
Did you?
it's
No,
possible.
that's his, but mine.
Wait, those are yours?
That's his minis, yeah.
Yeah, I got a
He's got a bunch of minis.
I only have my Una special.
shotload of
You
minis.
made your own one.
Not for this character, not yet. I made pictures.
And wait, can we make Lucille tonight? I'm gonna try to figure. I'm gonna try to see if I can make a necklace of teeth on my.
Totemic.
Now we must
Appropriate.
add the necklace of teeth.
I feel like that's a thing in the
So
weird
I'll
little
be
customized
trying to
thing.
get some of the new players.
What is it? How can you even tell?
One of them is
How can you
doing
even
the
tell?
Tuesday night
Or you
game.
just go like whatever the very topmost flat thing is. So.
Oh,
They're
really?
all, are any of them
31,
new
no,
to D&D
13
except-
on
But it moves so much. It's hard to tell, so it's like, I don't know.
26.
But yeah, let me know what it's about when you
I
know.
will update you in the next few days.
66. This is a very fun dice set, but next time I'll try something
Yeah, they're so
different.
pretty. So pretty.
And I'll give some of the newer
Like the
people a
black
chance to
and
sign
red
up for it.
ones.
Yeah.
That was horrible. You.
So good. Thank you so
That
much,
was
Catherine.
So don't be afraid to make a nuanced game where we're not just killing people.
I was actually thinking about going the other way.
You're like a
There
killing
seems to be
game.
some bloodlust that needs to be run out.
I would love
considering
that.
leaning heavily into almost
Oh, this is a cute one. Look at this.
Yeah, I was like a tiny
with
twin.
almost wall to wall.
The tiniest.
Wait, why couldn't it?
Not 20.
Is it hard to get this one, the 20?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It happens sometimes.
Has it happened yet? Oh my god, I
Yeah.
got it again.
And some people just have dice that feel particularly lucky that,
They have lucky dice.
yeah, like there's ones that you just feel like. Or something
I like
they're
this
rolling
one
and you're
more than
like,
that.
oh.
I mean, I like the blue one more than. Well, actually, I like the rainbow one. Oh my god, they got the same. Never mind.
That's 6 and a half. Yeah, it's hard to tell sometimes.
13, 17. Yep, this one, the rainbow one, I was more lucky.
Are you testing?
Huh?
You testing them?
Testing
Yeah,
the
I'm
dice.
seeing which one's more lucky for me.
Alright,
Yeah,
let's throw
that's
our.
important.
Step away.
Yeah, will you grab that bottle too? Put that in the recycling.
Oh yeah, but I was thinking, I was wanting to get another one of those little chocolate chip cookies granola bars things.
Oh, well, we'll just get food on the way home.
But yes, optimized combat is always very
I'm wishing we did bring our bathing suits right now.
Yeah, but I'm just too tired.
Cassie, thank you for running.
My pleasure. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to be there for your next game. But
We'll see you next time then, whenever that may be.
Where are you hosting your next one? Next Saturday?
2 weeks from here.
Because there's like a whole group of people and it all just depends on everybody's schedule and who gets
Is there other people
the
than just,
spot.
than just
Yeah. There's a whole group of people. I mean there's Dane and Michael and another guy. Yeah.
Even with that mini split on that makes the one part of the living room cold, the rest of the house is 88. So I just put on the central air. Nice playing with you, Tio. Yeah, that was fun. I will see you again for some more blood and guts. Truly, always a pleasure. You used an ensnaring strike.
I did, finally did it.
Aha!
Worked, but I did it.
Bagheera will cast Armor of Agathis upon himself and place upon his horns the flower crown
Wait, what? What happened?
of the old king and ready himself for battle. End turn.
Where's Bagheera right now? These two bullywugs, wounded as they are, come over to you and bow.
Oh my god. You have control of bullywugs now.
And that's their turns. Lucille?
Where's that?
Lucille.
Oh, it's my turn. Alright. So I also have insane swimming speed because it's the it's the same speed as walking in water because I'm a hippo. I have two options: either going up behind and fighting these bullywugs, or right now he's a king.
I think if you
Punch
move,
that
away from her,
with.
she's gonna get an opportunity to attack.
Nah, she's tied up.
Oh,
So I think I'm gonna use
you could stay on trying to beat her up.
yeah, I'm gonna use my scimitar to try to stab her, slash her.
Yeah.
Okay, roll the hit.
Do I roll one?
You have advantage.
I roll one of these, right?
Yeah, you rolled that twice. And take the higher.
Oh, 8 and 9.
So you
Okay,
take the
9
higher
plus
number
6.
and then you
9
add.
plus 6, so that's 15.
That hits.
Yay! How much did that do?
Roll damage.
Roll a d6.
Roll your damage.
D6.
Yeah,
The
that's the
square,
one.
square one
The
plus
one you
5.
rolled.
Yeah, wherever you get plus
3 plus
5. 8.
8 damage
So
from
then-
your main attack.
8. Yay!
What about your offhand?
Oh yeah, I can use my other hand
Oh, okay,
to slice
yeah.
again, so I'll just
Do it again.
I'll just do this again.
Slash. Ooh.
15, 17
17
That
plus
hits.
6.
plus
That's a
so
lot.
that's 23, and then I roll this, and it's 8 again.
Oh wow. Okay,
You,
Wait, and then can I
you don't
hit
get to
again?
add
No,
5
it's just
to
gonna
your
be plus 2. So
offhand.
that's gonna be 5 actually.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
5.
only 5. So this one's
Yeah,
5.
offhand doesn't have the plus 3 times.
Yeah, so you just start shredding that witch.
So I basically
man.
just went. And I
Yeah.
thought I could hit 3 times.
Yeah, you're
You
level
have
5,
extra
so you have
attack.
extra attack.
Oh my god.
Do
can
it
I-
again.
I'll hit him one more time. That's
Yeah, 16.
16.
Plus 6.
That hits.
16 plus 6. Oh
And
my
then
god,
you're
that's
back to
22.
your main hand. Yeah, so roll
Plus
6
5.
5. 5 plus 5.
10. Oh my god.
Yeah. Chopping that haggy witchy.
That's amazing.
Good.
I forgot how good that is. Thank you for reminding me.
Started the Benihana.
Oh, it's okay. It's her turn.
We finally
She's
let
not
the
amused
gift
with you,
out.
so she's gonna
Gift.
reach out,
And try to bite
open
me
her
again.
mouth again,
Oh my god.
and
Maybe you get an opportunity attack from her biting you. You can't step away from me.
I forgot I was gonna
Yeah,
move
no.
back.
19.
Yep.
Is that hit?
Did I
Okay.
just wait? Did I just get burned?
She's trying to bite you again.
Did I just get bit?
Yep.
She's gonna bite you. How much damage?
Oh, sorry. 13 points
Okay.
of damage in your grapple.
Wait, but then I have to. But then I minus that by half, right?
Yep.
Actually, she rolls with disadvantage. I forgot. Oh, that hits.
Okay.
But you take half damage because you're a totem barbarian.
So what'd you say?
So she did 6 damage.
Yeah, you're raging. Yeah. No one can hurt you when you're a raging hippo.
I am the tank in this group right now. That's, I'm supposed to be in front of all you guys so I can protect myself.
You
So I
are.
can protect you.
Alright, I'm gonna try to smack the biter's head off. Be like, you're so rude.
Also, you have that slasher feat, so
Oh, yeah, one
when you hit someone, you may choose to lower their movement speed by 10 feet.
I will probably do that when she gets untied and she
She
can
will
walk.
never get untied.
My roll is 10. That's not gonna hit.
That is not gonna hit this one.
And woman! But I also have extra attack, so. Is it only to hit? No, I get extra attack anyway. I can do it again. Doing it again! Never mind, it's not gonna hit either.
All right,
It's
plenty.
even worse.
I mean, you're You're just super weak.
Ugh.
Wait, but you already.
So do any of the Bollywogs look threatening now that he has the crown on his head?
You can't tell. This guy has entered the room. He's right in the center on his mount, just sort of waving his hand around like a bucking bronco. But
I thought you were about to say he has like a mace in his hand. That he's
but you can't tell. No, he's
or like a whip.
what does he have? He's got a spear in his hand. He's waving around like he's on a bucking bronco. So you don't know if he's
All right,
celebrating or being violent.
I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver on the witch, so she needs an intelligence save against DC 15.
This poor witch, I feel sorry for her. She does not make it. That is a 4.
So she'll take 10 psychic damage, and she'll subtract 1d4 from her next saving throw. Then the owl will fly over behind her. Will fly over behind her, and she will aim the cone of her fire breath
Wait.
so that
Won't the fire burn the rope?
she will aim the cone of her fire breath so that it will hit the witch in the back of the neck and the shoulders, so as not to burn neither the blindfold nor the hand and feet bonds.
You are so mean. Okay.
And the witch will make a
It's very
dexterity
narrow,
save,
Flat.
Minus
blade.
1d4.
and she will subtract
Yeah,
1d4.
Okay, well she's got a nat 1, so she can't get any lower than that.
Oh my god.
I nonetheless want to hear about how she has a -2. So she'll
How
take
much more health does this witch even
a
have?
lot. She's like a boss. You get a lot. She'll take 10 fire damage as the cone of fire erupts from behind her neck,
Smell the frog sprouts.
slamming into her greenish flesh and unable to cone out into the rest of the cone
Poor
land.
thing.
You see some slime, some bubbly slime start to drip down her back.
Oh.
And I'll yell out, Ahab.
What?
All hags are bad.
Oh.
We'll pass
Oh,
the
that's so bad.
Oh, not call me.
I don't have your new hashtag.
Bagheera,
Knights of the Bog, you have leapt on the strongest legs into a moment of glory. Assemble here. Prepare to defend us against this hag.
and the bullywugs start moving forward, but then when they hear you say, defend us against this hag, they jump back, leap into the water, and are gone. Even these guys, your first,
Your first crew.
except for this royal, whoops, right up in your face.
Alright.
He's joining the party.
This frog rider.
Wait, is this frog rider still bad?
Yes, swim away, just as I command.
Yes, the frog rider is still bad for some reason.
Yeah, the frog rider's not amused.
We will find out what is happening with this frog rider once we kill him.
It is your turn, Lucille.
Wait, am I still being bit right now?
You're bit.
Okay, I'm just gonna punch them in the face again to get them off of me. To get them off of my hand.
You can actually make a dex saving throw to emerge from the ground.
You could do that, or you could just keep shredding her.
Well, I was just gonna go try to kill this thing. That was my
If you take your action to emerge from the grapple, you have no further
No,
action.
never mind. You guys got this. I'm actually just gonna kind of just keep shredding her with my swords. So I'm just gonna. Yeah. Wait. Should I go first? Use these. Okay. I'll
So
use-
you're only going to roll 1 because you're attacking recklessly, which gives you advantage, and yet you are restrained, which would give you disadvantage. So they cancel each other out. So you'll roll 1 die.
No, 1.
Yeah.
16.
That hits.
Wait.
I will yell out, shred that hag!
Oh, 6 plus 5.
6 plus 5, that's 11.
Le hag, c'est vrai.
Oh yeah, and then I can
shred.
hit, and then I shall shred them again with my other sword. Can I still do that?
Okay.
Alright, yay. I was so close to 19, I got a 3.
Oh,
Yep.
that's gonna be 9.
Did you do both your attacks and your offhand attack?
That was just the attack and offhand, not even
You got
Now
your
I get my
extra attack.
other attack.
extra
Shred
attack.
City.
Wait, no, I didn't.
Wait, you already took 2 attacks. Your first one did focus damage.
2 attacks and a bonus attack. The offhand attack.
Oh, right. Okay.
You get one more.
So,
One more D20 here.
yeah, we'll yell out,
Okay, alright.
See if it-
Hay que matar esta vieja!
Oh, that's gonna hit.
18.
Maligna!
Alright, now you're running.
Cerveza.
Huh? Oh, wait.
Toda la
what was
vida
that?
es un sueño!
Alright.
And
I got 5.
You recognize this.
Okay,
right?
I got a 7. So I just keep shredding her.
So you did like, yeah, hit it.
Did she let go of my hand yet?
Hit it.
She's not. It's not your hand. She's
Oh, wait. Oh,
Put it on your
on your torso.
artery.
She doesn't have
She
any
let
teeth
go.
anymore.
and she let go.
No, she did not.
Oh,
Hang it on!
wow. Wait, so the Kraken sign is 20, right?
Like a mad
If
dog.
you get that, you get to actually roll 3 damage dice because of your slasher feat.
Okay, Bagheera, the mounted royal. Oh, he rolls with advantage.
Mounted royal.
Swings the spear around and just does a complete circle of completeness too.
I will take that as a sign of obeisance.
Maybe you were misreading him.
And I'll laugh behind you and say, you mean obesity?
Funny because the frog is fat.
So guilty now. Body shaming frogs.
Alright,
So
I'm gonna-
Lorna's saliva drips into the wounds that you have from her teeth.
Oh god.
Oh, wait, she has
Make a
teeth?
con
I
save.
thought I was just getting gummed right now.
Nope, that's how she was managing to hold on to you.
So
And
now-
you take 10 acid damage.
Is that half? Is that 10 or is that?
Yeah, it is halved. If,
Yeah.
As long as she's
Oh.
raging,
Raging.
Only
everything but
5.
psychic.
Only 5.
Wait,
What?
this hag has psychic poison, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Psychic poison?
She looks at you through the blindfold and tries to psychically mess with you.
She could see through the little scratch of the blindfold that came from my cemetery.
I'm thinking about that Dune witch, the hand in the box.
Yeah.
Do I only have 11 girls now?
No, you have
Reverend
41.
Mother
Dang!
Gaius
Okay.
Yeah.
Radical, now you're up.
I still have never read it.
Radical
I certainly have read Wheel of Time several
yeah.
times.
On the head
More than one.
Oh
still.
yeah, 300
Ew.
over the course of my
I
life.
should have been using. Okay, that's gonna hit. That's an 18 plus 3.
That's
21. 98. Okay. It's gonna be 6. I'm gonna try to bash her head off of him.
What?
And you
your
know
mace?
what? I'm gonna cast for fun.
Yeah.
Let's do ensnaring strike. Let's
Yeah.
make that an ensnaring strike.
You
Okay.
actually have a better DC these days, right?
I don't know. It doesn't go up very high. But
It's better than it was, I think.
it's 14 now.
Yeah, it was like 12 for a
That was
while.
pretty bad. So yeah, they have to make a strength saving throw. DC 14.
Well, you're already restrained.
I know, I'm just going extra fun. Don't know why. Oh, but
It's 15.
oh, she made it. Son of a bee.
Son of a bee.
I'm making
I know.
it.
They
Wow.
wish you would have taken piercing
I just
damage.
made them
but-
look at
Careful, touch this.
They're so hot.
Are they really?
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, they're really hot.
In the
Yeah.
sun.
Hot dice, hot dice.
What's
Feels like-
that siren?
Huh?
I think it's a part of the song.
It's like a truck.
Positive?
No, it's like
Sounds like a
Ow! Oh my god. Oh, dude.
Would you care to burn yourself on my dice?
You wanna burn yourself?
A delectable proposition. I'll save it for another day.
Here,
Alright.
grasp these dice.
I actually have extra attack as well.
yes, you do.
So I'm gonna try to Do I want to do that? And that's not gonna hit.
Okay,
I
20.
hope that 100 died. I mean, the 100 thing isn't
Yes, I will.
Roll some hot dice.
All right, I'm gonna try to help Bagheera by stepping up and shocking grasping the mount of the guy.
Oh, the mount. Okay.
Yeah, and I'll miss with my shocking grasp, and now I'm stuck there. That sucks.
Probably some moist.
And oh, I know what I'll do.
Evil is approaching. Giant frog watching.
I'll step back again, away from the frog.
Okay. Opportunity.
Well, you rolled a 4.
Oh, and he misses.
I got two.
Oh, you
Two
got
portents.
How
Yep,
did
this-
you know that?
This morning I woke up and you rolled a 4. Okay, so that's my turn. I tried to help you by shocking the mount, and then Petunia will DC 15 dex save on the witch as she carefully blows the cone of fire just to immolate the back of the witch's neck.
Win.
Okay, and she has disadvantage on that.
Petunia is very
This
precise.
is 14.
She's a smart owl. She's the face spirit inside of an owl. 9 fire damage for the witch. And Petunia will fly up further into the air so that she's 25 feet above.
The witch's eyes, you can see
Oh.
she's frantic. She's drooping over, leaning to one side.
Good. This is my evil plan. This is my chaotic neutral plan. I swear I'm chaotic neutral. I swear. It was good.
Bagheera?
Bagheera will attempt to bash this traitorous whelp off of his mount.
Oh, wow.
Just whack!
He just feet. He falls off. Jump onto the
Roll the
frog.
hit.
I will use the strings of fate that Pliny granted me with his spell earlier. I can use that for advantage on.
It's on your next hit or saving throw within the next minute.
Great,
So
I'll
if you
use it.
haven't
I'll
attacked
use
yet,
it.
you'll still have it.
Let's just pretend that
Great. 3 to 2.
Woo!
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
I've decided to spare you for a moment, but do not take this warning for granted. The
afraid.
next transgression shall be your last. That's my turn.
Be afraid. I'll hit you one more time on your feet. You won't like it.
Oh, sorry. Lucille. Yeah?
Your turn. Oh, yay. Okay. I'm gonna keep slicing them with the sword. I'm very annoyed at this person.
Okay.
Because I started the fight.
Okay. You want to roll to escape grapple?
Sure. What do I roll?
Roll dex.
Oh, he has advantage on dex saves against stuff he can see.
really?
Those are
Dangerous
traps
or
and
that's-
spells.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Uh,
so
but
do I just roll this or something?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
as
you
a
have your,
3.
as a gift, she has advantage on strength checks and strength saves, and while raging, she has advantage on strength checks.
Right, it's dex. Yeah, that would just be 6 dex.
I got a 6.
That witch has a strong grasp.
Can I try to attack her now?
Yeah, now you can still use
All
your
right.
other
Oh,
action.
can I roll 2 down?
Actually, can't, because the action to escape the grapple is not an attack.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
A grapple or a shove is a special attack, but an action to escape a grapple is not an attack. So,
Oh, so
no extra attack possible.
can I only attack her once?
Well, these
Can't attack
use
at
the
all.
action for the escaping grapple. So
Can I do
no.
anything?
You can move,
Oh.
Well, but he's gonna
restrained.
not.
not
Yeah.
grappled and restrained.
so you didn't escape the grapple.
Nope.
No.
You're screwed. This is why I counseled slashing her
Yeah.
recently.
Now you're gonna lose
rage. You're gonna have to.
You
you
can
have more
interact with a
again.
convict as a bonus action.
Never listen to the DM. She's your enemy.
No, DM is not your enemy.
All DMs are bad. ADAB.
Okay. Oh, it's the Frog Rider.
Dun dun dun!
You upstart! Oh shit, he rolls a nat 1.
A badge I wear with
And the
pride.
spear just flies out of his hand and
I-
lands in the mark.
Clarify for me.
It's a-
Are we fighting?
Or are you doing a shot put challenge?
My king.
Does?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
It's very mixed
So
signals.
Beflorna's up. She's still got you in her grasp. And you take another 5 points of acid damage.
So would that be 2 if it's halved, or is that 5?
No, that's 5 halved.
Okay, great.
Ow.
Luckily you got HP for days.
Luckily, I am very strong.
All right.
And my armor class is 16.
Is that me? Me? Am I?
Oh,
You- Alright.
the honking stopped.
It did. I'm gonna try to knock her off of you again. 8, 11, that's only an 11.
Nope.
I'm gonna try again.
Whoa, I actually got
Never
the grappling
mind.
shit.
I can't hit this woman. She's so slippery.
She's very
I tried
slimy.
to slap her, your hand just slid across her skin. Oh my god, I can't.
Pliny. Good king, Pliny. So this guy, the guy on the horseback bowed.
Yeah.
Where's spear?
He
Not
missed, he
deliberately,
threw
but
his spear, he's like, I can't.
I accept your yield.
I'm gonna cast Shocking Grasp through the owl on the witch, and like to hit once with Shocking Grasp today, and it will not be this on this roll. And then he'll pass the turn, and we'll have her make a DC 15 Dex save on some well-focused fire damage,
She fails.
and she'll take 9 fire damage as her neck just melts with slime because all the fire is just
Did it.
slamming
I
into
got
the back of her neck.
balance on the front.
He's surfing, he's frog surfing, and we'll pass our turns.
Supposed to still be participating.
No, no, she did it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Took off.
is by the side now, having
Got it.
having paid his respects to the new roller, and is now watching in awe as
As
one of
house
his royal
ruler.
subjects.
Wow.
And Bagheera, you're up.
Bagheera will stride up to this situation and attempt to pry the hag off of his newfound friend.
Yay!
Okay,
Thanks for trying.
whichever you're higher in, acrobatics or athletics.
I'll take athletics.
Yay!
That's
Oh.
that's a
What?
9.
That one.
Okay, and yeah, you sort of flap your arms, and to no avail.
She'll be dead
She's
before
pretty
you. Don't worry.
she's pretty strong for an old woman. Her
That's
jaws
what
are.
that's what Bagheera says. She's very strong for an old woman. And that's my turn.
Especially for a dying old woman. Lucille.
Yeah, like, okay, I'm up again.
Yep.
So
I'm gonna try to
Finish
pry her
her.
off.
you need to rage again, right? Because
No,
he
I will
lost
go
his
into
rage.
rage.
because he
No, he took damage.
Oh, but he
Taking
did
damage
take
keeps
damage.
you in rage.
Got it.
So you're.
Still
So, can I try to get her off my arm this time again?
want to hit her off of you, or try to escape?
Yeah, you can.
You can
attack.
either hit her 3 times, or you can try to pull her off you.
I'm gonna hit her 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm
But
just
you're
trying to.
gonna roll one dice. 'cause
I'm
you're-
just-
Just for the hell of it, you could grapple her.
I could just. We could do a biting contest.
Yeah.
That's a 4 plus 6. That's not
That
gonna
would get. It's already pretty tied up.
That's a
4.
10. So,
So I
that's
got a
like,
10.
That doesn't hit.
so you try your offhand.
Yeah, I'll try my offhand.
Oh, that's gonna hit.
15
Plus 6.
That hits.
plus 6, that's 21. And wait, so
Roll that plus 2.
Damage.
3.
I want to see this kid get a critical
Extra
hit.
attack, so now you get to roll one more time. Oh, your extra attack. 4
4
plus
plus
6,
6,
no.
10.
No hit. And
You tried.
the Blarna, still
Oh my god.
more acid seeps into your arm.
Good.
But you only take half damage.
Yep, see, that's another 5.
I'll write it down.
This
Okay.
hippo is so strong.
A true inspiration of stalwart movements.
Next round, actually, she's gonna be, well, that doesn't make any difference because she's all tied up.
I will yell at her. It is evil to make a kingdom of bullywogs your slaves and to control their minds.
31 health. Please help me.
Her head's hanging down now.
She's dying. Slowly.
She still has you in her grasp.
That's like the one thing she's putting her focus on. Just trying to keep
Go out chewing.
Yep.
She's gonna go out with some food in her mouth.
She's gonna take you with her if it's the last thing she does.
If I die by getting saliva slowly seeped into my cuts and wounds, I would be
Saliva
very,
poisoning.
I would be very angry. So it's basically just spitting on my wounds.
Who's
I
going
got
to
you,
use?
Lucille! Does a 17 hit? Nope,
hits.
sorry, I lied. Does a 14 hit?
Oh, so close. That does not hit.
Ah, extra attack. Does a 18 hit?
Yes,
Yay!
that does indeed.
And I'm gonna hit that with some divine smite.
Oh!
It's like, ah! So, in addition to my weapons damage, which is going to be, where's my, it's gonna be 7, and then I'm gonna do an extra 2d8 damage. So that's gonna be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
What does it look like when you kill this bitch?
Alright, so I'm like, get off my new hippo friends! She swings her flail and it hits, and then the whole flail starts to glow, and then it's just a radiant, like, comes off of it and just melts the frog lady into goo.
The only thing left are her teeth still stuck in the hippo.
Just pierced and
Yeah.
shit.
Like the last thing I just like keep that like cry out of my skin.
You can keep them as a trophy.
Yeah.
I'll make them as a necklace.
Yeah.
I'll do that. I'll try to
I will
model
say,
that. in my
Hag
hair.
teeth.
That was my favorite rendition of Haglet yet.
I did it. Maybe I'll
What the hell?
And the
I'll run over and search her body, depending on whatever's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, the king's dead. Should we search his pockets? And...
He's not dead. Well, the other
got
king,
stabbed in
that's
the
right.
eye.
Got you, yes.
Should we cut off his head?
You should. Why don't you search the king's pockets?
Okay,
and
I
I'll
will search the
hag's
king's pockets. I've searched the
Search the
king's
hag.
pocket.
and you'd find 25 gold.
Yes. Can I cut off his head now with my scimitar? I want to stand for their tradition because I respect that.
The bullywug on the frog canters up, thunders up,
The courage to.
and says, "My new liege,
What tidings have you?
I bring you gifts."
what did I find on the witch?
On the witch, you find a ring.
Can I tell what it does when I hold up my detect magic lantern to it?
Abjuration lantern.
Yeah. I'm like, yes.
It turns you into a slimy frog.
You become a slimy.
You become a giant frog queen. A disgusting frog.
I will take it.
Is she on like a throne? Oh, she's on like a
She
throne.
was on a sort of a lily pad dais thing.
We killed that thing.
But the guy on the horse says, "I bring you gifts."
Oh.
Check. 2 gold.
Goblet of confidence.
I'll take the
dagger or sword that is placed into it. A weapon that has been kept in the scabbard. How do I pronounce
Scabbard.
Scabbard. The scabbard for 1 hour or more becomes a magic weapon with a 1+ bonus to attack and damage rolls. This effect lasts for 1 hour after the weapon has been drawn from the scabbard.
Oh, weapon.
What does that thing do?
Huh? Oh, it if
You got a rapier?
like a non-magical dagger or sword is placed into it.
Scabbard of sharp blade.
Yeah.
It shapes itself to fit any non-magical dagger.
Or sword, and then when you put it in for like an hour or more, it becomes a magic weapon.
With a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls.
Neat.
And lasts
Yeah.
for an hour.
I can just use that.
Start-
in my,
Be like,
I
I'm
can
gonna
like
turn this weapon magical.
Yeah, turn my scimitar magical.
Cool.
It sounds like a plan to me. And you
So,
got a
I'm
rapier?
glad I picked that up.
Just
What'd you
got a
get?
rapier.
I got a
What'd you get?
rapier. The Grin Splitter Rapier. Roll a D20 on my attack roll using this weapon. The target has to make a wisdom saving throw or burst into laughter. If it is a creature with an intelligence score of 4 or higher. On failure, they fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up. The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of its turn. And each
How many
time it
uses a
takes
day?
damage.
It's on
Ending.
Oh,
Yeah, it's on a
crit.
crit. Yeah.
Great.
Makes you laugh.
We have
It's Tasha's hideous laughter on her head.
we have the Goblet of Confidence. Drinking a syrupy mixture that tastes a bit like honey and fresh morning dew. Advantage on a charisma check. Within 10 minutes, use one picture.
Yeah, let me take a picture of some of these weird ones for the.
Wait, you want to take mine?
Cup of kingship.
Yeah, the Goblet of Confidence.
What time is it?
Ah,
420. Yeah, we go till 5. You're not over unless you have another huge set piece
Oh
planned.
shoot! I was racing to finish because I thought we ended at 4.
Well,
we got
I
in
for one want to
just-
see what happened with the Duke in the other
I
room.
want to kill the Duke.
Still want
We might restrain you from that,
still
but
want to
we'll
cut
see.
some heads off.
I'm gonna cut someone.
You cut the king's head off.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
there's about to be a
The
schism.
dead king's head. You cut the dead king's head off.
Yeah.
So the riding frog gave us this stuff.
Yep.
I'm just holding on to the
I
dead
took-
Duke's head right now.
I took a special ring from the witchy.
That Duke said he'd give us money from the treasure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Although the knight would spend it better.
Yeah.
Let's go visit the Duke.
We should just beat him up and leave him as like a bloody little pulp and get out of there. I don't know. He wants to rule the world. That's not that cool.
Lucille.
You can't do that.
Yes.
I have a
He spent some time
suspicion
in the
that
wars.
his
He seemed really,
his competence is not the equal of his ambition.
Unfortunately, that scabbard also makes the carrier of it a devout pacifist.
I'm gonna cut off his hand if he doesn't give us gold.
Wow. All right. Well, let's go visit this Duke.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
So you head over to the palace. The musicians are playing slightly more, not somber, but definitely more sedate tune. The Duke and his companions, his original companions, are all lounging and clearly are quite inebriated.
Our team is off.
So you are the new king, yes, and we have helped you do this.
Yes, give me my crown. And he keeps reaching out to Bagheera, trying to grab his crown.
I believe we were promised some rewards, yes.
Oh,
Give us
sure.
gold.
I scream.
You would not want a civil war on your hands. Am I right, my king?
Or civil
What?
war on your head.
What is this?
We are
Treachery?
simply asking for the rewards that you have offered.
Give me that crown first.
No.
No.
Uh, Do you know the incredibly powerful hag who controlled this land for ages?
What of it?
Well, we have killed her very easily.
We kind of just tied her up and beat her to death.
It was not difficult at all. She was an easy kill. So I wonder if we can kill her so easily.
You want one of her teeth?
Would you really enjoy to threaten us?
And he looks at you and he's like, but if you killed her, what will I do? How am I supposed to control all of these people without any help?
Do you know how to contact the Knight of Warts that was recently imprisoned?
Morgo.
Oh, that traitor. She's useless. She can rot in prison for all I care.
Well, I suppose then you must learn the rule the way everyone who doesn't have a lump behind the curtain learns the rule. By soliciting good advice, by weighing the opinions of many people who know what they're doing, by judging and delegating, and most importantly, by acknowledging your own limitations so that you may grow beyond them. The more you know.
But you roll performance for me.
Excellent.
You'll have to wait until next time.
Yeah, listen to your king. Maybe he can teach you how to king.
9. Well,
And the courtiers in the back start
It's
pelting you with
That's what
rotten
I
eggs.
expected from this lot. Keeping the crown.
The crown's kind of cool.
I wonder why we have not disappeared from this realm. We have completed our task.
Maybe
You
that
are
wasn't
the
the
king.
This was
task.
it. This was the last task.
Yes.
I mean, we kind of just beat her. That really wasn't like a task. That was kind of just our willing. We just kind of needed to do that.
I think
Maybe
this
we
town-
need to kill the Duke in
I
order
think
to
this
leave.
town's got problems.
But the real task, our task
If we
was
have
to give the
lifted-
king the Duke's head.
If we have lifted from this unworthy brow the burden of monarchy, perhaps in time some better government will arise.
And with that, you whoosh, evaporate, and the crown does not go with you.
No, like you come, you
Foiled.
go to your new area. You're like,
No! You are king no more!
I fought for that.
Oh, the burden of Damocles. It weighed heavy upon my brow.
Amazing.
And so we're done.
That was fun.
I'm sorry to screwed up the timing. I was trying so hard to keep it.
Not, it
That's okay.
was
Alright.
brisk.
We still
was
have
good.
we still have checkouts, and that's good. It's very hot. Who knows what time it is really?
It's very hot. Life is but a dream, my friend.
So we'll go around and do checkouts.
Let's check it out.
You'll say something you enjoyed about the session, something you enjoyed that another player or character did, and anything else you feel like saying. Why don't you start?
Okay. Something I enjoyed about the session. I just love how gross and slimy and terribly dressed all the guys were, and really like the talking head bridge, and how everybody was terrible and we didn't really know. I just like. I'm sorry what another character is. I loved Lucille's desire to just kill everyone, and then Kira being like, no.
There's but another way.
There's another way. We don't need to engage in this. And truly knowing like the chances of the dude taking over the world probably aren't high.
Yeah,
but,
because he's kind of just like a
but
little guy.
still just wanting to sniff it out. And I loved Pony's. I just loved the character, and which I imagine is both the player and character, presentation all the time where Pliny just constantly, with all of my knowledge of magic, with all of my deep study and time in the library,
Yeah.
it's like how much insight he carries for all.
He's a
all things
professor at a
magical.
mage college. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got it in. He's always on the lookout. It's fantastic.
It's a good thing I have detect magic in a lantern.
In a lantern now, hello, which I always just picture as the haunted mansion guy, just being like with the lantern. Yay! But that was very fun, and I liked the gross bog hag woman and how horribly cruel the assassination of the bog hag was, of hypnotizing her, tying her up, blindfolding her, and then just slashing her
Alright.
endlessly.
I love
Put her in the blender.
I love beating the living piss out of a hag.
Hag.
I also love this dice with the eyeball in it. That's great.
That's why I passed it over there. Enjoy.
I really liked making a necklace out of her teeth. That was fun, and I'm sad that I couldn't kill the Duke because ruling the world isn't cool.
Well, there'll be someone else to kill next time.
Oh,
Is there anything that another player did that stood out? As
that was very nice of Petunia for existing.
Yes.
Just doing a bunch of. Thank you for evaporating that thing.
Precision fire blowing.
Yeah, that was great. Also, I liked making a little war between the frogs. That's what happened.
Yes, Frog War. Do you want to go last or
Yes, let me
to
go.
do the summing upping? Alright, let's see. Well, I always enjoy all Feywild things. I enjoyed uncovering the mystery of the Polonius, the man behind the curtain, the hag behind the curtain.
Fiend behind the curtain.
On one hand, I enjoyed incapacitating her quickly, but on the other hand, I like a good knockdown, drag-out battle. But hags are pretty scary, so if you can fucking tie them up and slice them up, then it's probably the way to go. I like that the pillow squeaked when I sat on it.
Yeah, the biting book is great.
Oh yeah, I still have the biting book in my bag
Oh
too.
yeah, what are we gonna do with that in the next? I think it's gonna involve you or me or someone
King's
throwing it at
feelings-
someone.
Feelings journal.
Feelings journal.
So we'll talk on Discord about what the ring is and the book is and that sort of thing.
Technically, you still have her staff, right?
I do, but I broke it
Oh.
because it was boring.
Oh yeah.
So session stuff, player stuff. I like how much Bagheera thinks about all of his decision making. Pliny is one step away from the gifts, like just kill everything vibe. Pliny's just like, let us do a
she is a
thing.
war veteran.
Yeah, she probably had PTSD the whole time. She's just like, ah, you are the enemy. So
Kill short people.
Yeah, I enjoy the moral interplay between Bagheera and Pliny, and I like it when Bagheera wins out with creative ideas, and
He wins out with pacifism somehow.
yeah, particularly the putting the crown on the head was very smart, and the usage of that, and the DM went along with that to create massive effects on the battlefield. So that was fun. Pass.
I enjoyed very much that everybody had sort of different questions for the bridge of heads that like covered different angles, but were like worked together to paint a picture of what was going on. Like everybody sort of clued in to be like, oh, here's how we can gather some information and have like a fun conversation. Some brilliantly insightful questions. I don't remember any off the top of my head, but I noticed when our new player was like, oh, this is like, here's important things to find out. You asked some great questions along with everybody else.
I remember the one that I asked, is like the one that was like, I did so great in those 6 months. I did so many wonderful things. What did you do?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly,
That
yeah.
was exactly.
I did king stuff.
Fancy.
And the environment, I sort of instantly had a picture of where we were. That was like evocative from your descriptions of it. I kind of like, I imagined this place as being sort of whimsical, but also kind of like dark in the sense of one of those like 80s fantasy movies, like a Dark Crystal or a Labyrinth. I pictured all this happening with like the actual, like those intricately crafted puppets, like the practical effects that really grounded it in a cool way. So I really enjoyed just the way the bullywogs had a consistent ethos through the way they talked and thought that was engaging and propelled the action in a believable and fun way. This is a cool little place.
Yeah, you guys were a great table to DM for.
I just like imagining in this little area, like in the whole like swamp area. I like imagining like when you're in like the swamp, it's like dark and bleak, and then like you look at the kingdom, it's just like bright and like loud music plays. But when you look away, it like stops. And you look back and like it's like blinding. I just imagine it really wants to show yourself that it's there.
Yeah, but anyway, you guys were great to DM for it. I just love the interaction that my bullywugs got to have. You know, the various questions you guys were asking, and sort of the opportunity to just play around with their culture, their government, their religion, their death rituals.
The way they become king.
Right. I mean, it was just you guys were so inquisitive, and that was so cool. And obviously, I just loved Bagheera just taking the crown, and it was just so obvious to me what the result would be. You know, well, they'll all die.
Like, oh,
Of course, you know.